Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dinner and a Game, who are later than shit because I am a sleepy bastard. Hi!
Hello.
I mean, we're all sleepy bastards.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my week just must have caught up to me. I literally lay down to take a nap. I had at like 5 o'clock, and I set my alarm for 6:30, and I don't remember anything. I was covered in warm purring cats, and I was snuggled up with my wife, and I went into a coma, and my dog is being insanely annoying.
Well, Ray, to quote Sam, since he's not here, you played nap roulette and lost. That's all it was.
That's what M said to me on the DMs.
Yep.
You played.
Oh, that's what I said too.
To be honest, we're just all glad you're alive.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I was sleeping the sleep of the
Friends
dead.
before game, man.
Yep.
Hello,
Oh, no.
D&D Winterwolf, a Cryptwalker.
I don't know what you're talking about, friends
just
before
need,
game.
Corey
I
came
just
back.
wonder what happens with Clayton.
I was like,
No
Corey came
GM,
back-
Clayton doesn't finish the story.
I was like, Ray, you should say Corey came back on the call like this. I
Fair.
was like, oh no.
You make a good point.
It was
It's only game. No thought.
Only game.
only game, no thought. Well,
I mean,
no
my
life.
cat decided to pull a no thoughts just air this week. So.
oh yeah, did you have they didn't? There was nothing they could find out.
So the X-ray was inconclusive. So she either ate a bug or a lizard that snuck into the house that made her very sick, or this bitch ate like a hair tie and needs fucking surgery. So
Hopefully it's the bug.
Hopefully
Yeah.
it is the bug. It's always better to be the bug. But anyway, we probably should get into things because we're almost an hour late. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dinner and a Game. This is Friday, and on this particular Friday, we play Crossing the Vale, which is our man, I'm still really not awake. This is our Firefly TTRPG, which is played using a system called the Cortex system. Cortex system is a universal gameplay system. There was a book that was published for Firefly, but unfortunately, the company that wrote the book no longer has the rights. So we are running off of those rules from that book. But the good news is, because the Cortex system is a universal system, you can still run the game using the Cortex system. If you can find an old copy of the book, great. If you can't, just getting the Cortex system will allow you to adapt it and run this game in it. So, all that being said, hello to my amazing players who fucking went above and beyond to try and make sure I was okay today, and thank you all so much. How are y'all doing? Sorry about the
Good.
stress.
Good.
I have been
Watching.
emotionally prepared by the cat incident for tonight. So
I
The
mean,
trauma has already begun.
the trauma has already begun.
I mean, like I put in Discord, I got plans. We'll just see if Corey can live through the plans.
There's always a chance that someone's not going to live through plans. It's the way we roll.
And also
You know
if
what they say.
Mariana's house will live through the plans.
I don't know if Mariana's house is living
question.
through anything. that was might not happen. Might happen. We don't know yet. We're gonna see.
Look. It's just all the emotional damage for my poor girl.
I know.
This everything. She lost her entire family, neighbors, friends, everything.
Her
Then she
community,
lost
basically.
her fucking she lost her horse, and then
R.I.P.
got-
Sparkles.
yes,
R.P.
rest in
Sparkles.
peace, Sparkles. And then we found out about the fact that her parents gave her the birthday present of a ship,
Yep.
a new to her ship. So,
And Don't worry, it'll probably be Az's turn for trauma next.
Oh, it's
fine.
everyone's
Everything's
turn
fine.
for trauma.
I wrote
But-
the trauma into the backstory. She just
I
doesn't
know.
know about it yet.
That's right.
Yeah. Liz and Corey's traumas were kind of built into a more direct portion of this, relating directly to these events. And you know, we're still gonna have some of that. Just remember, Kel, you still have bleeding out at 1,
Yeah,
I do believe.
Yeah, it was. I was shot and bleeding out. It's now down to a D4.
Yeah, so it's D4.
So I'm pretty
and,
just shot at this point.
Yeah. And the title of our last episode ended up being Happy Birthday, Mariana. So, and if you guys want to know a little quick thing about the Cortex system is what they call a dice pool system. You use the core dice from D&D except for the D20, and everything has ratings in dice size. So you start out like at a D10, D12, D8, all the way down to a D4, starts at D12. And those are the dice you roll, and I actually roll dice as well, and the GM creates a target number, and the players have to meet or exceed that target number with their roll. So it's a very random system. There's ways to modify the roll, both in the mechanics of the game and for you guys in chat. You guys, yes, it's a puppy. You guys in chat can modify the roll using your dagger dollars or bits, all up to you. Or which are when you have more of. And if you use bits, make sure to let us know so we can know exactly what you're spending the bits on, because the bits don't have a correlating function in chat, but the dagger dollars do. So all you have to let us know with the dagger dollars is who you're spending the dagger dollars on. Now, all that being said, the amazing folks in our game are all creators themselves. Almost all of them create different content on social media. You can find all of Az's amazing content at their link there. Geek Girl Lissa. See?
I'm traumatizing people right now with Toreador. It's totally fine.
Oh, that character. Number one, fucking gorgeous.
Mhm.
And number two, the snarl fucking slays me.
Yeah.
Every time you do that snarl, I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh man. And so, but you can find Get Girls Lissa's content at the following link. And Corey, the hipster Viking, can be found here. And Kel, who is also known as Celtic Wyvern King, can be found here. Jonathan is the only one of us who's smart enough to stay the hell off of social media. So he is safe. He is anonymous. Don't ever anyone go looking for him. This is not a challenge.
As a note, you can also find Gremlin on my TikTok channel on
Yes.
occasion.
That's right.
Yes, Gremlin wants the attention and he wants it now. He will not take no for an answer.
He will not.
I mean, as of today, I included cat shaming in my TikTok.
I saw that. Well, you said that's the DM of the video of her just like talking the entire time. And that was fucking hilarious.
She is so vocal in the car. Like
She doesn't want to be there. Remember, for cats, cars never mean anything good.
She started meowing before I even started the vehicle. I sat her down, got it, seat belted in, and then.
Oh yeah, no, Spunky was the same way every time I took her to the vet.
Yep, they know what it means, folks. They're not stupid. They're just like, can we fucking stop this now? Can we just go back home?
He is.
I
He's
promise,
excited.
I'm fucking fine.
Uh-huh. And
And
that's why she's
I was like,
thrown up several times between yesterday and today.
and that's also why my house is just filled with Mews now because of her litter of 5.
Yeah, I know. That's
This
all
dumbass
those
loves
pictures
the
have been
car.
amazing. Like all the serotonin in one spot. So
I
what
I
we're
picked one
gonna
up, they're literally the size of my palm.
What we're going to do real quick is we're going to go ahead and do something very important. We're going to do the drawing for the winner of last month's Mini of the Month, which was the Undead Dragon Rider on the Undead Dragon from the Dread series from Archvillain Games. It's a mini you can only get if you have a 3D printer and you buy the files from the company to print it out, or you know someone with a 3D printer. So what I'm doing right now is I've broken everyone out by the number of chances they have to win. And I'm going to do a /random, and that total, look, put it this way, when I break, there was 34 people who enter the contest. But when you break it out by the number of raffle tickets they have, there is exactly 192 chances. So I'm going to do a /random in Google.
Yeah, like 30 of those are me.
Actually, no. You had...
Really? I guess where I had the most.
Did you have the most?
I don't remember how many I had.
Oh, yeah, you do have the most.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
You
I'm
had the
pretty sure I had
most.
the most.
Yeah. I think
26. My bad.
Yeah, the nearest person to you was that one guy XE who has 22.
Yep.
So yes, you guys it's weighted in the favor of the folks who put in the most chances. So, but that is because they spend the most time watching our show, and we really appreciate it. And also, after we do this drawing, we're going to do the debut of the mini for this month. So the winner from last month.
Add it to my collection.
Yeah, but you're going to have to put this together and paint it.
I mean, hey, at least that mailing, you can just bring it to Gen Con.
Well, that's
Yeah,
true.
actually, a good point.
No one saw that, right?
Everyone saw that. You're doomed.
Good.
Oh, I saw it now thanks to Twitch. Because I got a 3-second delay.
All right, so the random number generator was 192, which is, and I got 76. So let me scroll through and find 76. Celtic Wyvern King. Congratulations, sir. You weighted the deck in your favor by being loyal, and you earned it.
No, it's because I kept putting exclamation mine every week. I pulled an Admiral Redbeard.
What
I
were you
wanted that
saying?
to end with Celtic Wyvern King is not the winner. That's
not
what I
the winner.
wanted. That's what I wanted, Ray. Now I'm disappointed. I didn't even want to win that bad.
No.
I just wanted him to lose.
Oh, no,
Yeah, exactly.
No, Ray
Feel
will
the
do something like
love.
that.
Feel
Ray
the
will do
love.
that April Fool's Day.
No, I won't.
Can
So,
you
first things-
feel the love tonight?
Oh, Figment, what I do to y'all?
So, if you guys want to know what was going on with that, if you're new to the show or anything like that, that was a drawing that we do every single month. Now, it's a raffle drawing. You get the tickets for the raffle drawing every single time we have a show. If you're watching the show, randomly during the show, we will have a 20-minute period where you can put in a special keyword into the chat engine, and that keyword will give you a chance to win the monthly drawing. Every single show, you can get one keyword, win one raffle ticket if you're a follower, and 2 raffle tickets if you're a subscriber. Now, all that being said, we do everything we can to try and balance it out. We give you as many chances to win as we possibly can give anybody, but we do want people to watch the show, and we do this to incentivize that. The basic situation with the giveaway this week is we are definitely changing the keyword because we are changing out what we're giving away. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what we're giving away this time. Now, the mini for this next month comes from another studio that produces printed mini files, and that is Loot Studios. These guys are just as good as Archvillain. Their minis are just as amazing. And this one comes from their set that's called Nightmares of the Abyss. And the Abyss, and they do mean D&D, the Abyss. So this is a demon. So this is the mini. This is a Herald of Orcas. This mini comes as you see it. It's going to come broken apart. I'm going to ship it to you in parts. You're going to put it together. You'll have to paint it if you want to paint it. It looks exact. But this mini is on about, I think it's like a 3-inch base. So it counts as a huge mini for D&D, I do believe. And
Right.
it is a demon lord. So
This is a Herald of Orcas and
Yes.
not Orcas themselves. 'cause
no, I have I have an
Orcas
Orcas mini. I have an Orcas mini, and he's on 170 millimeter base.
I need a
can't
picture of
remember,
that.
I can't remember who won Orcas anyway. I don't even remember.
I don't even remember either because my
I know
printer's
what-
been broken since I printed half of the Orcas stuff. Oh, I put it all
I know,
away.
because I know it wasn't Admiral because he was upset
He's
on that
mad. Put it this way: it comes on a round base. Okay.
one. Yeah.
This is one of 5 segments of the outside edge of that round base.
What the? Damn!
This is my
God,
face.
I love Demongods.
This is my face.
I
This
love
is
gods.
1/5 of
Oh,
the
yeah.
outside circumference of the base.
That's right. It was my buddy Hot
Yeah.
Dog Jenkins. He's the
Yeah.
one who wanted to work it.
Hot Dog
That's
did.
right.
Yes, and Hot Dog, the printer is still down. I'm going to be trying. I've been trying to print it out on the smaller printer, but these on the smaller resin printer, these pieces take up almost the entire print plate, and that smaller resin printer is cheap, and it does not like trying to print something out on the full plate. So I've got the new screen on order for the big printer, but that was painful. It was expensive, more expensive than I thought, because there's apparently a shortage on LCD screens right now. So anything with an LCD screen's prices, especially small ones, oddly enough, has gone through the roof. But that's the mini we're going to be giving away this month. 20 minutes period during the show, we're going to go ahead and have the giveaway start up for that. In fact, why don't we do this? In honor of picking the winner and everything like that, we're going to start the giveaway now. So, this is the new giveaway. Did I change it? I did, but I changed it to the wrong thing. The giveaway starting as of now, and for the next 20 minutes, you may type the keyword, where is it? Sure, it came out. Yeah, exclamation point demon into chat. And if you type in that keyword, you will get raffle tickets for this giveaway. Remember, the more shows you watch, the more raffle tickets you can get. The more raffle tickets you get, the better chances you have of winning. Celtic Over King had 20 some odd tickets, and he won. So, yeah, go ahead and put that in the chat, and we will go ahead and take care of
emotional damage.
Sorry, I was trying something. Apparently, it works.
Not perfect timing though.
Oh, did you send your own soundbite through?
No, yeah. So I have my mic set as voice mod, and I put one of the sounds in voice mod's soundboard, and apparently it does come through.
There you go.
That
And
is
now
per-
you
that
know,
was
and
perfect
knowing is
timing.
half the battle. So, last game. Oh wait, one other thing. If you follow us, not one other thing, several other things. If you follow us on TikTok, we are also giving away this. It's a 3D printed Wizard's Tower. We're trying to get to that amazing 1K goal over on TikTok. We're at 970 something now. I mean, we are really having a hard time getting to 1K. But when we get there, we're giving away this, which is a 3D printed Wizard's Tower, about 11 inches tall. It's about 9 inches wide. Each one of these levels comes off individually. Each level breaks down to individual pieces that make it small enough to put away in a high-top shoebox. And it comes with a staircase for each level that goes up, a hatch in the roof that opens and closes, and the front door opens and closes as well. All this is going to get away when we hit 1K on TikTok. If you can go follow us on TikTok, I'll put our link tree back up into chat because it kind of spun away. If you can find our socials on this link tree, and also following us here gets you rewards too. Just for following us here, when we hit 1,000 followers, we are going to give away this, which is our D&D core book set. It's the actual foil printed covers. So these covers are sparkly and shiny and look different than the standard covers. So this is the limited edition set. It comes with the GM screen and it comes with a slipcase. We're going to give this away when we hit 1,000 followers here. And here, oh, I forgot to bring up Fetch. I am such a... Well, I am coming at this with, like, chaos in my head.
Yeah. I was like, if it's saying 868 on my end, if that's accurate.
868, it probably should be. We are at 868. Yes, perfect. And so if we can do this, if we do this, we will give this away. And I will tell you what, I'm going to do something to help out right now. Hope I am. You know, I like WebRoot and all, but sometimes it gets really bossy. All right. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into the game. Now, the biggest thing about this what happened last session was that the players are actually now all together in one group. Let's go ahead and have the players introduce themselves and tell us who they're playing tonight. We'll start with Oz, because she is directly to my right on screen. Hi, Oz.
Hello.
Or left.
Tonight I'm playing Natha Vesk, whose name's going to continuously change depending on how things go, because currently she is AWOL from the Alliance and is holding on to a letter for Mariana while trying to get the ship to go. And we'll get to that emotional damage later.
After us, we have Geek Girl Lissa.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
I am playing Mariana Redfield, and as you have already heard, last session was just filled with
Emotional damage.
for my poor girl. So, yeah, no, she is the captain of what we will be dubbing Frankenstein or Frank, which is the ship.
We love Frankie.
And Frankie was apparently a gift from her parents, and yeah, birthday present and such. Watched everyone die in front of her. Watched her horse die. Found out this was a present from them. She is going to be having a hard fucking time here soon.
We don't play these characters to give them an easy time. That is for absolute and for sure.
You're not wrong,
I mean,
but I find
to
it
be-
hilarious that after you were saying I needed to be kinder to myself immediately after.
Well, that's
all
why
the emotional
that's why I
damage.
said you need to be kinder to yourself, because I am going to be vicious enough to you for everybody. We don't have to worry about that. So it's just one of those things. It happens. So we are going to go continue around the bend. Jonathan,
Hey,
how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I am playing Atlas, who is a pilot for the what appears to be soon to be defunct Independence, and we are trying to get off the planet. But I'm currently in the med bay.
And why are you in the medbay?
Because that's where the general is. The person that I continuously do not refer to as a general around anybody else, but a viewer should be aware that he is the general.
The general. A commander of the Alliance forces and not to be captured.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, other than that, we also have Kel. Kel, how you doing?
And not too bad. Tonight I'm going to be playing Mitchell Bates, or as he'll be known soon, Stephen Knight. He was a rich kid from the core world who had a conscience, joined the Alliance, and then turned to a browncoat spy.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
look where that got him. Also, listen, when it came to your trauma, who wrote what into their backstory?
To be fair, the
That
birthday
one-
present wasn't there.
To be
Yeah.
fair,
No, I thought
That
the
was
parent
not
part.
there.
I thought the
Ray
parent
was
part.
implying that we were going to like come across like a grave shipyard or whatever. That was just the compounding of the emotional damage.
yeah,
Like yes, yeah, this is the emotional damage sandwich.
yeah. Well, all story is adaptive, and
Hey, thank you for
served-
the
you served that up to me on a platter, and I was like, okay.
Well, also, for Liz's defenses, I threw them under the bus. As you phrased, Ray, we're all masochists. You read all our backstories.
Pretty much. Yeah,
I didn't do
they
any-
hate themselves and each other.
Because I didn't do any immediate trauma material, but definitely gave some underlying.
And finally, Corey.
Hi,
Hi. How are
I'm playing
you?
Clayton McCoy, or as some people heard last session, formerly Lieutenant Scott. That's all I'm going to admit to, unless you want to go back and watch previous episodes. But Clayton McCoy, ship's medic, currently down the sights of 5 different Alliance soldiers, while I am about, 20 feet from the edge of the barn. I am right there.
Actually, the ship is coming out of the barn while you're running
And
toward the
I'm-
ship. Kel is in the airlock with the airlock door open, doing the whole "come on" and
It's like, move your ass!
and Clayton's just like, oh. Oh wow! Thank you very much for the subscription.
Somewhere between the Indiana Jones and Jack Sparrow run.
18020022156.
Oh, numbers.
Numbers. So thank you very much for the subscription, Numbers. So that being said, we are going to jump back into fray. The only other things I wanted to say is remember, Dinner in a Game now has merch, including our shirts from such famous lines from shows as Intelligence is a Dumb Stat, phrased by our Kingdom of Mist show. And the only thing that can quench my thirst is the tears of my players, which I am getting this month in a coffee in a cup so I can have it on screen. But yes, we have those shirts available, and we will be creating more shirts as more horrible things happen to these players, and they cry and say funny things back. So drama sells.
I'm still throwing out covered in another man's mist.
We need a shirt that has a picture of the mule transport, but it has donkey ears.
I can do that.
So is this a wild mule? Is all it needs to be?
Yeah.
Wild mule.
Exactly.
On the
Right,
wild
got another
mule,
one.
or does it
R.I.P.
look like one-
Sparkles.
Or does it look like one from my family's ranch?
But
That is still a
I'm
good
moving.
clip.
Yeah, see, you got a design right there.
So we're gonna get into the nitty and the gritty here on Crossing the Vale, but let's go ahead and change the theme.
Yeah, because I already
Which
got
we
an idea of
cannot
what I'm
hear.
doing.
Oh, you can if you jump into roll 20.
Oh,
Yeah, I need to pull
we
that
do
link
have a
up. I
roll
keep
20, don't
forgetting.
we?
Yep. If
Yep.
you need a link, let me see if I can get the link for you real quick.
You
Roll20
pinned it.
and I are still having a disagreement that I don't know my password, and the
I would
email
say,
is an old email.
I was like, Ray, you pinned it in the Discord.
Just create another one,
There it
Oz.
is.
I'm going to. It was a fight, and now it's just like, oh no, there's no way.
I was gonna say you can't fight with the machine. The machine is evil.
I can
My
try.
computer won't
You can
work.
try.
I love how you have the note. Kel shot out and bleeding out. Happy birthday, Mariana.
I do check my notes in roll 20.
I have a document labeled complications just
Yep.
for anything that happens to me now.
Yep. And I also do all my rolls in roll 20. I haven't put a roll screen up yet, so maybe I'll do that so people can see what I roll.
How do we turn the volume down in roll 20?
If you go to the little thing that looks like a music clef note with some lines beside it, you'll see the volume for the main thing playing, and you can turn that down, and I think that affects everything that comes through that, because it's going to be on a... It's going to select things randomly out of the action section right now to play.
Yeah, actually, we don't have the volume control.
Yeah, we
Go
don't.
to the
I turned the volume control down already.
go to your setting wheel,
Yeah, audio.
and then
there it
you
is.
have an audio and video section,
Okay.
Yep,
and
I
that'll
got it.
control
there's
the
a
master
master
music volume. But it's
Thank
not
you,
going to change.
Jonathan.
Like when somebody rolls, you're going to hear kind of like an alert noise, and that stays the same
That's
volume
fine.
regardless
It's
of what
just
you do.
the music volume was like way too.
I had to turn
Fine.
mine down too.
Oh, time to shoot some people.
So, last we left off, who was actually flying the ship? This was
That would
your
be me.
character? Yes,
That would be me.
Mariana.
because Wyatt is, or is that the name he's going by now, Wyatt, or is it?
Well, so far he's only been referred to himself as Atlas to everybody.
Atlas.
All right, let me fix that.
Yeah, but they're with the general.
But Atlas,
And I had
is-
already rolled for it and passed.
Yes, yeah, because you're basically bringing it out of the barn, and like I said, the Alliance had arrived finally at the farmhouse. You guys had found the ship. It had been painted up with balloons festooned to it and everything because it was a birthday present. Damn it! And you know, unfortunately, everyone from the birthday party, it was in the ship that got bloated up.
They were
Oh.
Uncle Owen and Aunt Barood.
Yeah, you didn't wonder why there were so many people from your neighborhood so close by?
I mean, technically, they're still nearby.
Oh,
Well, Mariana probably thought it had to do with the fact that everyone was sheltering away from the bombs. You know,
No chill.
like you do.
Or the confetti you're knocking away from your control panel right now.
I don't know, as it's been a little windy today. I think they're probably pretty
That's
scattered
true.
at this point.
oh God.
Yeah. It's so hard to get people together these days.
Oh my god!
Maybe if I get some like gorilla glue, I can.
Hey,
No!
Duct tape solves everything.
you know, I'm sure your parents always said they wanted to retire on the farm. This just wasn't the way they meant it.
Yeah.
You know, we could just come back, get a vacuum later, and we'll likely get a couple of them.
Just like scatter their accidentally on purpose cremated remains in the vacuum of space.
Yeah, I don't know how hot the explosion was, so I don't know if they're necessarily cremated. Do you remember Uncle Owen and Aunt Rue?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Mom got hit directly by a bomb, according to
Oh
you.
no,
so
yeah,
she just turned
those
into
people are
mist.
Mom's
gone.
gone.
Those people are gone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? On the plus side, the farm animals got a warm meal for once.
Oh.
Hey, there's
my
your trouble.
God. Ladies and gentlemen,
Wait,
atrocities are
wait.
happening all the time.
I have a button for this.
Hold on.
Emotional damage.
Ray, there's your trauma-induced T-shirt design. There you go.
All right, so what we're going to do now is jump right into the scene. Let me set the scene for everyone who might not have been here this week. Mariana's family has a farm on planet that the battle is taking place on. Oh, and this is taking place at the Battle of Serenity Valley. Our folks were on the front lines. They managed to get away from the front lines. Jonathan was actually flying the commander to command station when his ship betrayed by his co-pilot, who apparently was on the take from the Alliance. And their position was revealed, and they were shot out of the sky. Jonathan managed to keep them from falling behind enemy lines, but they did crash very close to the front lines of battle. Everyone else was either in some way, shape, or form involved with the battle, except for Mariana. Kel's character is actually a commander of a unit, and Clayton's character is actually a medic for a unit, and Oz's character is actually a field engineer for another unit. Mariana was the only one who wasn't actually in the Alliance at this time, except for Atlas, who is a brown coat himself. So as the battle happened, Clayton was already thinking about running for it because he is basically he's a veteran. He's gone through so many fights. He's got a lot of issues, and he is just breaking down and wants to get the fuck out. He can't take
You know, when you make a man keep people alive through torture for 2 days straight, it'll break you.
Yep.
Regardless of what you've done previously, it'll break you.
Yep.
And apparently leads you to kill innocent people with grenades.
The poor kid who had been helping you all day.
after they buy you a bulletproof
Wrong
vest.
place, wrong time. It's on him.
I was
I'm
going to say,
blaming
after
him,
they went through and put their own money towards buying you an upgraded bulletproof vest.
which is about to save my fucking life.
Their goals have been accomplished. It's what they would have wanted.
Exactly. they
He's
wanted
honoring
him
their
to
memory.
survive.
When I gun down at least 2 of these Alliance soldiers, I will be able to know that he died achieving his goal.
Exactly.
Keeping you alive
You're
long
just
enough.
fulfilling those last wishes.
Keeping
Well,
you alive long enough for his
Corey,
nose to come back and haunt you.
Your gunning down may depend on what happens with me, depending on who goes first, depending on how bad my shot is.
So,
Depending on who goes first between us.
you guys are, but what I was to say is, Mariana's family has a ranch here. Mariana was flying home to the ranch to pick her family up and get them the hell out because of the fighting. Mariana, sorry. My apologies. Mariana, she had gotten clearance from the Alliance to come down with the caveat that she was knowingly flying into a battle zone and they were not responsible for her safety. So, she landed the family ship. Everyone was boarding the ship. At the very last minute, when she was getting ready to take off, her father tells her that they can't go yet because her mom was picking up 2 people who were not out at the farm yet, and that they were trying to get them to the ship. Mariana looks outside, and sees her mom running up with these 2 people, and as she's running out to help, because one of them looks to be injured, and that's what's taking them so long, as she's running out to help, 2 Alliance fighters come flying through the air And as she's running towards them, away from the ship is strafed by the Alliance fighters and explodes, with everyone who was in her house inside. As that
The
happens,
music perfectly fit right there.
They're all confetti.
as that happens, she's of course turns around to face that. Everyone's knocked down, who's outside the ship. They get up. All three of them get up, and they're, I guess, Mariana is trying to decide what to do. And right at that point, the Alliance fighters bank back around, and they strafe the people on the ground. And her mother and the two people she was trying to help literally are turned into fine red mist as these huge anti-vehicle shells rafe through the ground. Mariana is spared just because sheer luck. At which time the Alliance takes off from where she is. On the battlefield, everyone else is Steven is in a unit, and Steven is actually a traitor, as he said, but may have been found out, as his commander gave himself and his sergeant that helps command his unit the notification that they thought there was a traitor in their midst. So their unit is being held under suspect and not being sent down to the front lines. But as Atlas's character is, as Atlas is flying his ship back and gets shot down, they crash near the front lines, and Steven's unit is the only Alliance unit available to be dispatched to try and specifically take that ship and find out who was in it and find out what is needed to be recovered from that ship. Clayton is with his unit he's been assigned to, and he has been given 2 soldiers to help him and act as his corpsmen that will basically be bringing him people to patch up. And Clayton is not having a good time of it. He has been thinking about deserting for a while, and this battlefield seems to be proving an opportunity to do so. And as part of his escape plan, he attempts to, as he and his 2 cohorts are left alone as the battle begins in earnest, he attempts to pull the pins on both their grenades they're both wearing on their vests. He manages to get one, and in the ensuing chaos, makes his dash for it. Steven's unit is sent down to the front lines to try and apprehend any survivors from the crash. And Nath is actually with her unit as they are going down, as they are already on the front lines. She is escorting a creature called the Dog, which is basically a legged transport device that carries the troops' supplies. And as she is walking, escorting the Dog and basically taking cover, because she's a field engineer, she's not really a frontline fighter. She's just there to keep the equipment running. That as she is getting the Dog into place, a Browncoat's rocket comes flying over the hill and blows the Dog to smithereens. And as Nath gets up, she discovers herself with 2 Browncoats troopers already weapons bear down on her, and they are captured. In the ensuing chaos, Steven's unit encounters the 2 Browncoats that are taking Oz prisoner. A gunfight ensues, at which point Oz's character makes a break for it. Clayton, who has been running himself from the other gentleman to actually help him, who is now trying to capture him as he is trying to get away, takes pot shots at that gentleman to make him go down in order to give him more time to run. And as he does so, he basically runs and dives into a hole, a foxhole, and then when he thinks the coast is clear, he jumps up to run away, and he and Nath just collide into each other and tumble to the ground. And at which time, I know that Clayton had a weapon. Did Nath have a weapon at that point?
No, she booked it. She'd been captured. Her hands were tied.
Yeah, her hands were still bound.
They didn't take my bag off me. Like, if I make it to this trench, I'm in the clear. Mm-hmm. And came over the edge of that trench, right into Clayton.
Mm-hmm. I cut them loose. They were fine.
After you put a
Gun
gun in
jammed.
their face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I knew someone drew down on someone, but I didn't know if it was like a mutual thing. Or I couldn't remember who thing,
Oh no.
or if it was.
Oh
just...
no! I just immediately put a gun in someone's face and said, "Hey, who the fuck you with?"
Oh, no,
Was kind of the gist.
With the exception of Jonathan and Lissa, Corey did that to everyone.
Yep.
So as
Wait, he did what now?
put a gun in someone's face.
Oh yeah,
Go ahead.
no.
So as the fight between Steven's unit and the two browncoats intensifies, the browncoats turn tail and run for it because number one, they've lost their prisoner. Number two, there was only two of them. So they start making for down the hill. Steven's unit begins pursuing them, and Steven holds back because he sees an opportunity for himself to slip off. He actually goes to find. He actually goes to get the. He actually advances up to get the. Who'd you shoot at, Steven? Because I remember you shot at somebody and then they shot you.
No. So I told them to move forward, and I was trying to pretend I got shot. And I ended up rolling 2 1s, and you brought those complications, hence the shot bleeding out part.
Oh,
I didn't fire a round at
Actually
them.
got
I was
shot.
trying to fake it, and it failed miserably.
Yeah, in this system, if you roll ones, if the GM gets them, they're called complications, and if the GM rolls ones, and the player can buy them as what are called opportunities, and those turn into either bennies or negatives in the situation. And Steven was trying to play it off like he got shot, and Kel happened to roll fucking horribly. And because of that, Kel actually got shot.
And it was in my shooting arm, too. It was on my trigger hand.
So what happened was Clayton and Nath came up, and what they thought was an Alliance officer's body, and were looting the body for ammunition and more weapons when they discovered that he was... And pants, because Clayton has no pants.
That was the most important part.
Yes, that was the most important. Clayton has no pants because Clayton was stripping off his purple belly uniform.
I had pants. That was just the last thing I needed to get rid of. I was not running through the battlefield in my underwear. That was not happening.
So, sorry, Xe. But yeah, so we're going to go. The basic point was they were looting Steven's body, discovered he was still alive, took him prisoner. Did you even stabilize him at that point, Clayton, or were you just like...
Pretty quickly I did, yeah.
Oh, no, you sprayed the foam in the wound.
Yeah, he literally jammed it in, sprayed it in. That's why it's just a whole I'm shot instead of shot and bleeding out.
Yeah.
But I stopped the bleeding, and I numbed the pain. I don't see the problem.
Only for more pain to ensue afterward, not through no fault of your own, though.
So they made their way down the hill following the troops who were advancing upon the ship. A whole bunch of chaos ensued. Jonathan's character managed to climb out of the ship after he discovered that the commander and his co-pilot were missing when he woke up from the crash. He found his co-pilot escorting the commander away at gunpoint, at which point Jonathan did what's called an all or nothing roll, where he literally staked massive repercussions on the outcome of his roll. It was either he was going to stop his co-pilot or he was going to be stopped himself. And he came out ahead, and so he basically put a round in the co-pilot's head, killing him immediately. He went and checked on the commander, who was pretty severely hurt. And at this point, Lissa's character rode up on her horse Sparkles.
All right, Sparkles.
A few Sparkles. And she was trying to figure out what was going on. What I'm still fuzzy on is how did you, Clayton and Nate, how did you guys get to the ship without going through Steven's unit?
Well, I told them to keep pushing after those brown coats,
Yeah.
and we essentially we still went the same direction. We went more toward the flank, like closer to
Circled
ship.
around.
So we circled around essentially, and we still ended up getting carpet bombed.
Yep. So as they came around the ship, everyone kind of has this wonderful meet cute moment where everyone's like, holy shit, what's going on? And people are holding guns on each other. And right then, there is a carpet bombing from the Alliance. And the Alliance literally was dumping bombs on the front lines. This was the final push. They were bound and determined they were going to break the Browncoats here, and they were using any tactic they could to just decimate the Browncoats' number. And at that point, the battle had been going in the Browncoats' favor. The Alliance troopers were not faring well, and so when the strafing happened, it did, for the most part, happen on the Browncoats' lines. But the lines were close enough that there was collateral damage. And one of those units that was taken out in the collateral damage was Steven's unit, as they were advancing up on the ship now. And everyone else attempted to take cover.
I'm sorry. When his unit was advancing, that's when Nath and myself moved forward because he appeared to be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were still advancing. I gave them the standing order of keep pushing no matter what. I was trying to make sure they wouldn't come back and check on me, because that would ruin the whole faking my death moment.
Yeah, then we started running. Then all those orders got sent out over the comms, and we booked it. Still got a very nice suntan.
Yep.
We managed to save ourselves by ducking behind the ship.
Napalm.
Yep, I tossed my dog tags in the napalm so they would actually think I was dead.
And they basically, at that point, they had a quick discussion, discovered that everyone just wanted to get the fuck out of here, and Atlas put everyone to work because the commander was also too hurt to be able to move unassisted. So they were setting everything up. I know Sparkles got shot to hell.
Yep.
That was before.
Before
we all came together.
Yeah, that was when I think that was some of the front portion of Steven's unit coming up, shot Sparkles to hell, and then everything got strafed. And
I believe.
R.I.P.
I remember
I don't know
it
what
was a
you're talking
complication, and Sparkles was the complication.
Yes,
yeah.
Sparkle was a complication. So they used Sparkle's saddle and tack to make basically a Travios for the commander. They put him on it.
It wouldn't be so bad if it was my complication, but it was Jonathan's complication.
So Jonathan killed Atlas's complication killed Mariana's horse. But they used attack to make a Travios to carry the commander on, and then they went running through some of the washout gullies, keeping low and keeping hidden. They made their way back to Mariana's farmhouse. They're at the farmhouse getting supplies and any weapons they could find. Nath went out to the barn to see if they could find any other forms of transportation. That's when she opened up the barn and found the ship, which decorated with balloons, and was said, was happy congratulations Mariana, was painted on it in like chalk letters. Inside the house, Mariana went into the kitchen to start loading up on food and stuff. And as Mariana went into the kitchen, she discovered a cake that had a ship taking off on the top of it, and candles set out around it, and there was. Yeah. And inside the ship, I do believe, is where the note was to Mariana. So
it was taped to the side of the door.
Side of the door, yeah. So currently, everyone has made for the ship. It can fly. It does need severe work, but it can fly. So Nath got the engines ready. Mariana jumped into the cockpit and jumped into the pilot seat and was getting the ship out of the barn. Clayton, you and Atlas had the commander in the med bay of the ship, trying to stabilize him. Steven, Clayton, you were the last one to leave the house.
Yeah, I was thinking that I was keeping the Alliance a little bit busy by talking to them, that kind of thing, giving them a second to be ready, not knowing that they were
already there.
30 seconds out.
Yeah, the Alliance basically came over the comms that they had, and basically giving Clayton the order to surrender, and letting them know that they were going to be captured. and Clayton was doing a good job of talking shit.
Hey,
those are
I'm
great
not gonna
lines.
lie. That last line, off the top of the head, and I am so fucking proud of it.
It'll be a reckoning. That was a
There will
great
be a
moment.
reckoning.
And right then, the front door was kicked open as the reckoning was coming down.
No. I made it out, and
I
then
know.
the back
If he had,
door got kicked in.
Yeah, because I was in the airlock getting ready to help him in.
Yeah,
and
because I remember what it was as he was saying that an Alliance
Cruiser pulled up.
troop carrier lands in the front of the property, and Alliance troops come pouring out, heading for the house. So Clayton starts booking it out the house, goes out the back door, and as he is running from the back of the house to the barn, as Mariana is bringing the ship out of the barn to take off, Clayton is almost to the ship. He's about 20 yards away from the ship, hauling ass across.
It's 30 yards from the house to the barn.
So I'll say
And
about 20, 25.
You said I had made it about 10 yards out before that door got kicked in.
Gotcha.
So I went about 20 yards to the barn. Here's my question before we jump in. Look, Gremlin.
The concern is real.
Your hands are moving a lot. You must need him.
My question is, first of all, is that ship coming out closer towards the house or away from the house? Am I going to be having to cover extra distance?
No extra distance. Is literally going straight out of the barn.
Okay, and I'm heading right to. Okay, cool. Down, buddy. Down.
All right,
Because
so
I'm pretty much the Jack from Indiana Jones right now, and sitting in the airlock.
were you still? No, they had released you because they made you carry the commander with your shot shoulder.
Yeah, well, they didn't release me because they pretty much proved I was the brown coat because Nathan was going like, yeah, no, my communicator is a piece of shit compared to other tech.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that like you don't understand. This is outdated. Like there's outdated. This is outdated. Like timeline wise.
So the unit is running out of the back doors. Clayton is hauling ass across the ground. Steven is basically hanging out the air hatch door. Steven, you do see Turtle Bellies coming out. And they fan out on the back. They're running forward, but the front ones, as they're running forward, they just snap down on one knee and they're bringing up their rifles. So
Yeah, because what I was planning on doing was, is there like a power source for the house near that I can shoot at possibly if that they're near?
Most everything runs on electric. So all you're gonna do is get a bunch of sparks if you blow any of the blow the batteries up. It's not gonna explode.
All right, well I was gonna try and take a shot at one of the soldiers that's behind, that's getting ready to shoot at Clayton.
Oh, you can remember, this is much more of a cinematic game than anything else.
Yeah.
You can literally go through and you can do you can say, I'm going to just strafe over their heads and try and make them drop.
Well, all right, yeah.
And you can give out conditions and everything like that by doing that.
Yeah. So you know what? Actually, best way I'll phrase there is I'm first going to pull a serial from Archer because I only have a handgun right now because again I can't really shoot a rifle because of my busted arm or my busted shoulder, I should say.
Yep.
But I've got a handgun. My parents pull a serial from Archer with suppressing fire, just shooting into them to kind of keep them from being able to aim steady.
Now, question: with him on this airlock and the ship going, having raised off the ground to move forward, he is above me, correct? So if he's firing over my head.
Oh yeah,
sure.
The ship's about 10 feet off the ground, but that kind of varies as the ship's hovering about. But yeah, he's definitely over your head.
Well, Corey, remember I am using my character's offhand.
We'll see how many ones happen.
No, don't put that energy out there. Do not put that energy out there.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and what is your intent with these shots?
It's pretty much just to keep them from being able to clear shot Clayton so he can cover more distance so I can pull him into the airlock.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set your TN.
Yep, and I'm building my pool now, so I need... Hold on, where the hell is it? So many dice? D8 for physical. D8 for shoot.
Well,
And
holy shit.
wait.
Your
Okay,
TN, your TN is a 14.
Son of a bitch. Well, I'm going to use Veteran of Unification War because this is literally what I was trained to do.
Absolutely.
So that's 3 D8s. Where the fuck is my other one?
I don't know.
I got too many dice. Here we go. There we go. And there's
I
I
didn't
can't.
make you get too many dice.
Sadly, I don't have the fighting type trigger at the moment because it would have been a perfect time for it because I am outnumbered. But oh well. And I don't have anything else that would relevant here because I got physical, I got my skill, I got my just a 3. You said it was a 14?
Yes.
18. Oh wait, no, sorry, it's a 14. But I forgot because I don't get to keep all. I got to keep 2. It's a 14. But you know what? Because I got plenty of points, I'm gonna go ahead and spend the plot point so I can make that an 18, just so I'm covered.
18 it is.
Yep. Just in case you try and up it.
Oh, I can't up it. Once I set it, I cannot increase it. I have to increase it when I first roll it, or I can't increase it at all.
Okay, still, either way, I'd still like to have that nice little buffer.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. I understand that completely. All right.
If only that 4 was a 5, then I could have got a big damn hero. Oh well.
I'm sorry. But, so you got an 18, I got a 14, so you beat it by 4. So you have not upped the stakes, but you did beat the TN.
Yep.
So you can give them, the condition, duck and cover.
Yeah.
Which is basically going to give them which is going to give Corey an extra dice for his roll when he makes his roll to not get shot.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and roll their roll, which is basically the exact same roll I just made.
Yeah, because friends, the way I'm just imagining is he's literally just doing like crack shots just over their head, causing them to essentially fall to the ground.
Yep. Alright, so that total is a 12.
Man, he gets a 12 out of 14.
Because I only keep 2 dice.
I know, I was making a joke.
Oh, yeah.
That was easier for Corey than me.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were looking at the dice roll on screen or something.
Oh, well, I'm looking at that on screen, but I know that you're only keeping 2 of them.
Yep. Unless I buy more, but I have to tell you when I'm doing that.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what memes EXE comes up with at this point.
He's mad at me because he stepped away to make himself. I did this.
I mean, he didn't announce it in chat, so it's not like we knew.
I wish the dice roller was. I could set up these rolls on the dice roll.
You're the one who uses Roll20, not me.
I use it because it's simple. And I have Roll20.
I hate it because it's simple.
I have Roll20, I have Foundry, and I have oh my god, I can't remember the name of the other platform. Have you done your roll? Clayton?
I'm so sorry. What am I rolling here?
Oh, you're gonna be rolling to basically
Not get shot in the ass.
not get shot in the ass. You're looking at basically trying to do, for the most part, a dodge roll of some kind.
Okay.
You're basically trying to use. You're going to use your long-term combat skills to basically run in a zigzag pattern, duck and roll, whatever you can do not to get shot.
Okay, so
Serpentine.
that means I'm going to go with. So sorry. My physical. I'm going to use survive here. My skill to my survive skill here, because that is the goal, is to survive. Not
Okay.
trying to do anything flashy. I'm
Right.
very much instinct moving here. And then, of course, Veteran of the Unification War. And anything else here?
Okay,
Oh.
are we technically veterans of the Unification War yet?
Well, the Unification War has
It's-
been happening for quite a while.
I've
Remember,
been fighting for 5 years straight.
Like, this
Yeah,
is the
same.
last. This was the last major battle of the entire Unification War.
Yeah, the only one who
Question.
probably technically will be able to use it will be Az because they said this is their first assignment.
So, real quick question.
Yo,
Would my ballistic vest help me here? And if so,
yes, it
what level
would.
asset is that?
It
Because we
is
never put a
a-
number to it.
The
With what you
D6.
said it was,
Yeah, but you said
Well-
it was a D6.
you said it was in a top of the line vest. Would that be a D6 or a D8?
It's a D6.
Okay.
Now you can spend plot points to
Mhm.
increase it for one scene. A D8
Man, I'm not using.
for a plotty point. Remember, you have your free plot point from the start of the game.
Yeah, so I'm at 3 right now. For the first time, I have more than 2 to start a session. I just fucked up last game and got 2.
And I've been rolling insanely good against you. I've
Yeah,
barely
I've been,
rolled any ones
Okay.
Yet.
So
yet.
Yet
I'm
is always
gonna
good.
use one of my plot points to use my D10 Big Damn Hero dice that I got last session.
Jonathan,
I
does he have to do that
have
now,
a
or can he wait until after he rolls?
You can wait till after he rolls if he wants
Okay.
to.
Okay, so what's my target number here?
12.
What am I? 12. Okay, that's doable. Oh, that's a 10 and a 15. So that is 15. I am going to go ahead and a 3 on the last dice. So
Got it.
no points for you.
No ones from.
I'm going to go ahead and use my D8 instead because I want to try and beat this by 5, and I only need 2 to do it. So I'm
Okay.
going to drop a plot point.
Got it.
Actually, can I drop a plot point to just buy my 3 instead?
Yes, you can.
Okay, because I want to save that on the dice.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
so yeah,
can
I'm gonna drop one
use
plot
a plot
point.
point to keep into the dice too.
Yep. Okay, so that's going to make me a 16.
16.
Or sorry, no, that was 17. No,
17.
18. Sorry, it was a.
Make up
Sorry,
your mind.
sorry. I rolled a 10. I rolled a 10 and a 5, adding 3, 18.
Gotcha. So, and I rolled a 12. So an 18 does beat by 5, technically
Mhm.
6. So you're going to get a big damn hero point, and we're being raided.
King Face Crush.
King Face Crush is right. You got that tweet.
Hey, it's King! Hello, King Face Crush!
How you doing?
Hello, darling.
So, Corey,
Welcome.
Yes.
you are basically, you know what's coming. You heard them kick the back door open. You don't even look over your shoulder.
Oh shit! How many? I'm so sorry. How many skills can I actually use for a roll? Just one?
Just one, but you can throw in other skills by spending plot points.
Okay. Damn it! I could have had a higher roll there and done better. It doesn't matter. I passed. I'm good.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So you raise the stakes. So you basically are, you're cutting through, you're dodging through. Oh, did you use the extra condition that Steven's character got you? 'Cause you did
what
have one
was-
more dice to roll.
Oh, what level
I
dice?
think- Yeah, so I think you said what
D6.
level die was.
D6. I'll roll one and see if I can. If anything changes here. Nah, just another 3. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Nothing. No benefit. Yep.
Yeah, and if you ever forget that again, and like I forgot it and you forgot it, if that ever happens again, and you've already beaten your TN and you don't want to risk a 1, you get another raid. Oh, -1 charisma.
Wow.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Hey,
Hi,
double
everybody.
raid.
Double raid for the evening.
Pew, 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 pew.
I need to put that in as a sound because we were out of door.
Look. If you find a
Yourself, that
sound, I
sounded
will add it
perfect.
to my soundboard on voice mod, so I can just automatically do it.
Thank you very much. This is a Streamlab purchase background. I think it's Streamlab, but I did buy it. I'm not gonna take credit for something I didn't create. I just set up all the screens. But in the meantime, So you basically, you literally just you hear that back door open, and you know what the alliance process is. You know that they're going to advance, fan out, drop to one knee to have a strong firing position, and then they're going to open up on you. So you literally do the 5, 4, 3, 2, and then dive into a forward roll as they begin. If you hear the rounds popping off, you come up from the forward roll and you begin this like moving serpentine pattern. Kel, bullets are like pinging off the ship everywhere. You literally have to duck back into the whole door. But somehow Clayton is not hit. You come up and you're still hauling ass to the ship. You get to the actual, even with the ship, the ship's probably about 6 feet off the ground at this point. So Clayton, are you just gonna like try and dive up and catch the lip? I'm assuming that Steven is like actually sitting with his arm out, but his arm doesn't work that great.
Yeah, my right arm does.
Seeing as my physical is pretty high, can I make a roll for this? Is my thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me set a TN for you, because what you're going to be doing is rule. You're going to be attempting to.
Went.
Huh? What'd you say?
Oops, my heart went. I said, oops, my heart went.
Oops, my heart went. Fuck.
Yes.
I mean, Lissa, with the comment in the chat here, at least it didn't blow up yet.
Oh. Hey,
don't
that's not
fucking
good.
jinx it, you bitch!
So that is a 13.
Okay, any ones in there?
No ones.
Damn it.
I know, I'm on fire tonight. For those of you who don't know, the mechanics basically set up like this. I create dice pools that can be anything from a D4 all the way up to a D12, and I set the ratings for different conditions. For the dice pool I just created, I used 2 D8s and a D6. One D8 was for height. The other D8 was for being shot at, which I stepped down from a D12, which is what he was going to be if he did not have the extra successes he got in his roll. And then the D6 was, just the conditional for the sprinting. So those 3 conditions went into my dice pool. And the GM sets the dice pool, determining those dice as they see fit for the scene. So he had a D8, and a D6. I rolled a 3, 8, and 5. For the mechanics, I can keep 2 dice. So I added the 8 and the 5 together. I got a 13. And that is now Corey's TN for Clayton to roll against. And he is going to create a dice pool. His dice pool will be created from his attribute, his skill, and anything on his character sheet called distinctions that are part of his story background that would fit. And then if he has anything... oh my god, I totally forgot what they're called. Assets. Trigger. If he has any signature assets that can help him, he can use those. And assets are any type of item. Plus, if on the distinctions, if he has any triggers on the distinction he chooses to use, he can spend plot points to activate the triggers, and those give him special abilities based on those. Now I talked a lot. Clayton, what are you doing?
Okay, so using physical as well as move, and of course veteran beautification war, because that's just, it's physical bullshit.
Yep, and you're getting shot at, which happened a lot.
Yep. God, that's not going to help me any. Okay.
You got this?
I got nothing else that I can really add here, sadly. My med kit, my pistol, my vest, none of that's going to help me here. Not with jumping. Shit. Oh. Let's make a committed roll. Okay.
Commit to the roll. Be one with the roll.
That's a 9 and a 4. That's a 13 exactly. I'm not going to risk trying to buy anything else. I'm not going to waste a plot point.
Okay. So basically what you have at this point is you met the roll. So you leap in the air and you catch the bottom lip of the door. You had a gun in your hand, I do believe, right?
No, I had it tucked in my. I had it tucked behind my, like in the back of my pants. I did. Yeah,
that's right. You were hands free. Yeah. You were just hauling ass as fast as you could.
I was the one with gun in hand.
Yeah. So you grab onto the edge of the thing, and as you're doing that, Steven, Are you telling them that he's in the ship? There's comms right by the door.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Prince going to hit it. Prince going like, book it, and then I'm obviously going to try and help lift him up so we can actually seal the airlock.
Gotcha. So, Mariana, you hear that over the comms? You just hear Steven go, book it.
She fucking like floors it.
All right.
Like
So-
up in the air as fast as she fucking can.
Please don't have to pull Corey here before she floors
Real
it.
Real quick.
That's
real
why
quick.
you should be more expressive in what you say.
Well, I did say I was going to help pull him in.
I know.
So-
Go ahead.
I do have a quick question.
Yes.
I know Mariana brought some guns from inside. Would those happen to be anywhere near that airlock?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
They would be.
They
I'm
would-
sure
Yeah,
she would
they-
have them up there.
She would have immediately. She would have
just dropped them.
had everyone
Well,
just set
Hang
them
on a
down
second.
in
They
the
wouldn't
airlock.
be. Remember protocol. They would not be in the airlock. Nothing that can move is left in the airlock.
Well, yeah, like
they would
in
be
the
outside
cargo
the airlock in the
storage.
cargo bay,
It would be in that cargo bay, which is like what, 10 feet?
and
give or
on the other
take?
side of a
That-
door.
Yeah.
Well, the thing
Airlock.
is the both.
You're at the
both
external door.
airlocks-
You're at the external door. Airlocks are meant to be sealed, so they have two doors.
So
Well, this
Yep.
is the thing. Would both be closed at the moment, seeing as we haven't?
Yeah,
gone
safety
out
safety
yet?
protocols would require one of them
Yeah.
to be closed when one of them is open.
yeah, like you know how like the Firefly had like the
Mhm.
gate, landing bay, and like a door here
Yeah.
as well. Those all had to be shut for that to even open
Before
before
it-
they can even do stuff.
Yeah,
That's
Mal
like
would have had to use his captain's override to open it while in flight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, but like I said, while she's floored though, I am going to help lift him in there before he literally gets yeeted off the boat.
So this is what I need from you, Cal.
Yeah.
I need you to make me a roll. Basically, it's going to be a strength style roll. You're going to be looking to pull him in as you suddenly go from flat normal G's up to probably about 5 or 6.
Oh fuck.
Look, you did not specify. You
I know.
said book it.
I know.
Mariana's
That's what I
gonna
think.
fucking book it.
So,
As
honestly,
Sam would say, phrasing.
How can I assist?
You can actually lend a dice to assist. You can, give him a dice, and you can basically say you're trying to assist. You spend a plot point, and you give him another D8.
But if I do that, and he rolls a 1, I gain a complication as
we
well.
both take
Yes.
one. Yeah.
Any complication he get at this point is going to only affect him. If you throw in with it as well, then you are going to be affected by any complications that come out.
I am putting all of my trust in you, Kellen.
Yeah. You see, right now I got my physical, which is an 8. I'm thinking the only one that really fit here on my skills is labor because I'm literally trying to pull him up. Which sadly is D6, and then because I'm used to lifting people, because my guy was trained as a corpsman, I'm still putting that under veteran of unification war.
That's fine. That works.
And then I get a D8 from Corey.
hmm
Where the fuck is it? That's a D10.
And remember, you can create temporary assets.
Yeah. I don't think I'm trying to think what I could use as a temporary asset in this case.
Since we're all new to the game, I'll give you one.
All right.
It's an easy one. You can use a temporary asset of you're holding on to the handholds at the edge of the doorway, so you kind of just like hook your elbow through the handhold. So you can just use the temporary asset of I'm braced.
That's a plot point to do that though, right?
Yes, but
Okay,
it lasts
I'm
for
out.
the entire scene. So this
Yeah,
scene's going to end
I mean-
in a second, anyways.
I got 4 plot points, so I can spare 1 to make another asset.
Gotcha. So
And would
that'll
that
give
be
you a
D6?
D8 asset.
D8, cool.
So now you get to roll that entire dice pool. I will
So
tell you
that's
right
how many
now,
D8s?
your target number is a 16.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Corey, if I kill you, it's not my fault.
Yes, it is because you said to fucking book it, and I booked it.
I mean, at least I have 1, 2, 3, 4 D8s here. So
And this
should
is
we do
why
that?
I was in the med bay, like strapping him down and restraining him so that he wouldn't get injured in this kind of a situation.
Which was smart. I do not disagree with you. You can and should be doing things like that. Mariana.
You said it was a 16?
Yes.
Alright.
How many
Because I feel
D8s?
like we're 30 seconds away
So,
from you taking a
I'm
banking
going- so,
steep
I'm-
turn.
Hold on. So I'm spending
It
another plot
is-
point, so I keep 3 dice. That brings me to a 17.
Okay, so you've beaten
But-
the TN.
But I did roll a 1. Just 1.
I buy the complication.
Yeah, I figured. So I get 1 back.
Yep.
Hey,
And,
at least not dead, Corey. You
okay,
probably hurt me.
so
You ain't dead.
and here's the complication you have. I ripped my wound.
Of course.
Oh.
So your step,
Actually, yeah, because my right arm is grabbed and my left arm is probably what I swung in there anyway.
Yep. So you're
you know what?
you're now stepped back up 1 on your
I'm a
bleeding out,
D6.
and you're bleeding out again.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I mean, at least Corey, at least you aren't hurt for this, probably. All you gotta do
Nope,
is spend time
nope.
to patch me up.
Oh
Well,
wait, no, the consequences happen to both of you.
No, I didn't add anything in there.
Oh no, you didn't. You didn't. That's right.
I did not add.
You
Yep.
didn't add D8?
No, I did not.
Shit. Well, I already admitted I had a 1 because the only one that didn't keep was a 1 and a 3. Because I thought he was keeping
Can't
1 in
keep
there.
a 1. No matter what.
Well, no, I meant of the 2 dice that.
Yeah,
wouldn't have been
yeah,
included.
whatever. Yeah, you rolled a 1, so you're already getting screwed. So there's no,
Yeah, so I'll take that 3. I'll take that dice out there. So that was a waste of that part. Anyway, whatever.
Okay,
Well,
so
Thanks for the
I'm
assist.
in third.
I owe you one.
yeah, he
Seize the-
literally, Steven really like just like goes book it, and he's like he's doing that arm to arm wrist
we
lock
do the-
thing,
we do
and
the
then suddenly the
Schwarzenegger-
ship just like tilts up and back and just takes off, and instead of you
He-
pulling him up from like below, he is now sideways in the air. Just flailing out behind you as you're holding onto him with one arm, your other arm's hooked to the thing, and you're just like, and you
Yeah,
have to
I'm
pull him
just
all the way into the
screaming at this
airlock.
point.
You pull
My
him all the way
first
into the
words
airlock.
as I hit. My first words as I hit are, "Well, thank you, kid. I owe you one." I look up, see that his shoulder is bleeding again.
Yeah, I'm just pointing to
I
his
think I
shoulder
know how I'm
with that
paying you
comment.
back.
No,
think I know what
but what I was gonna say is
we're
you hit the deck.
Okay.
Steven, you have just barely enough strength left before you fall yourself to slap the airlock door as it closes, and then you fall on the ground. And as you fall on the ground, it's just like blood is like it was
Yeah.
in you were shot in the left shoulder, right?
Left shoulder, yep.
Yeah. So yeah, blood
soon
is
as
just
that air-
pooling around the wound.
Pretty much
As
this
soon as
moment
the
is
airlock
that.
closes,
Yeah.
my bag is by the edge of the airlock. I would have been just had it at hand.
Yep.
As soon as it closes, I'm in there hitting him again with another
I'm just-
clotting agent,
I was
which
gonna
I
say,
have a ton of. So
at this point, it's that TikTok audio of going like, I need some help. My blood type is red.
So you're going to
I
make a
hit
treatment
with-
roll. You're going to make a treatment roll on him.
yeah. Treat. Could be a D10 plus your ship's doctor D8. Okay, that's if I do that. Plus mental, which is another D8. Yes, I'm a doctor with a 10 in physical and an 8 in mental. Not the smartest thing in the world.
Oh,
And my
that's
medical
dumb.
bag, which is another D8. And let's see what this does.
Hang on 1 second. You got to wait for me to roll first.
Yep. I'm just-
Yes.
And I messed up my first set.
Just
Yeah,
preempt.
I'll say, wait, a 7? That'd be easy to beat.
Yeah, no, it was not a 7. So it is a
12.
12.
That'll be.
I love how Corey's been getting the lower numbers than me on every time we do.
Well,
I had
that's
like
no
216.
ones. But that is a 10. I'm going to drop a plot point to buy. Because I had a 6, a 4, a 2, and a 3. So I'm going to spend a plot point to buy the 3 and make it 13.
So you beat it by 1. So you got,
So
you basically stop the bleeding, you stabilize him. Didn't
What's his complication currently at? What complication level is he at?
he is currently at a 2.
D6.
At a 2, you're fine. We're in the air. I'm not worried about you right this second. Not my concern.
Yeah.
Wow, thanks, buddy.
Hey, man,
Oh, and I forgot to roll the D4 for your complication. So
you're alive and stable, so that's my concern.
you're alive, you're stable, you're not dead. Oh shit! Because I don't have to roll the complication. Do I have to use his complication dice on my rolls, Jonathan?
You're supposed to, but it's not a D4. It's a D6. You stepped it up.
Yeah.
That was after he did the thing, though.
Yeah.
That was a consequence of him rolling his one. so that wouldn't apply until later on.
Wait,
No,
was
no,
this
but
D?
no, but
Oh,
you-
you were trying to
the
say about this
wound,
complication
the
when I was
wound
trying
was a
to save
D4.
Corey.
You stepped it up to a D6, so it's a D6 complication he's trying to heal. It's part of the pool.
Oh yeah, you're right. So so now I gotta roll a D6. I rolled a D4. The D4 would have been better because it was. Now I gotta roll a D4.
Would have been better for us, not
Yeah.
better for you.
Yeah, because
All right.
Kenley, wouldn't you ever had to roll that D4 for my pool?
Well, yeah, D4s are
Yeah.
risky. I mean, it's a 1 in 4 chance
Yeah.
of getting a 1.
Like you just
Mechanically
had there, that'd be great. That would have balanced out perfectly.
Yep. So, all right. So you guys are headed up.
Yep.
Mariana, you got the ship. I'm assuming you're not directly going to try and go out of Atmo because you guys haven't even done a full check on the ship yet.
Nope, she's going to just get the fuck out of Dodge first.
Are you doing the whole flying low and fast to keep out from radar and getting the fuck out of town?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to need a piloting check from you.
Alright.
And that is mainly because you're doing what they call map of the earth flying, and that's dangerous as fuck.
Wait, remind me again. I've got the specialization in transports, which this counts as.
This says
So I get-
transport.
Do I get 2d8s for that, or what do I
No.
do?
Specialization is always a D6.
Okay, that's. what
But
it
you
is.
don't
Okay,
have any
good.
have to pay any plot points to add it in or anything like that. It is you have piloting
Cool.
and the D6.
That's what I needed to know. Thank you.
Yep.
And then fly add what to it?
So it's
Mental?
it's a D8 for the engines,
Okay.
and then if you have a distinction, you do your distinction, and then it's going to be your skill, the D6 for the specialization, and then if there's an applicable signature asset. So there's a potential for up to 5 dice, but you may not have all of those.
I think I've got 4 of 5. Alright, what I got?
I definitely did not roll the best, but I still didn't roll anyone.
Come on,
I
man.
rolled 1-1 tonight, and it was on a test D4. So
I know. Well, no, I'll say come on about the fact that literally everyone else had low numbers to beat so far.
oh, she's only got to beat an 8.
By the way,
Well,
Right, earlier-
I definitely got that, and I didn't roll any ones because one of my dice rolled an 8.
Gotcha. What was that, Corey?
earlier I got an additional Big Damn Hero dice for beating yours by 5, but I already have an 8 and a 10. What would I be getting, a 6 there?
I was gonna say it's a 10.
Well,
You only get the big damn hero dice when you raise the stakes. You get a big damn hero dice off the roll.
Mhm.
It is the highest dice that I roll in my pool.
if I already have one of those, I can.
Then you get nothing.
You get nothing.
Okay.
And
Okay.
what it's really hard to get the low dice on the big damn hero dice. It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
So I has a question. I get to keep 2 of the dice?
Yes, and add them together.
Okay. So that's gonna be 13 because I got a 5 on the d6.
And there's your big damn hero.
Yep.
And that'd be a D10. That's the highest dice I rolled.
Ooh,
Sitting here with no big damn hero dice.
I've got 2 big damn hero dice. I've got an 8 and a 10.
There you go.
So,
That's literally
Nice.
that's where most people set. That other roll when Kel was trying to pull him into the ship, that was stupid high. It was like a 16. I had a D12 on that one.
Oh, come on.
That was just for the G forces.
Jesus, fuck.
I know. No, so come on, it would have been great if it was lower, so I could have got a D12 out of that if I beat it by 5.
Yeah, I had a D12 and rolled a 12 on the D12. That's why it was so fucking high.
Yeah, I believe. Oh shit!
All right, so you
Runaway
guys have the ship in the air. You're flying map of the Earth. You're doing incredibly well. You know this terrain though. This is home. So you're
Yeah.
and you already know where you're headed. Same place everyone else heads when they're trying to avoid the cops. Same place everyone else, or authority I should say. You are heading for the scrap depot, which is where you can stick the ship in, you can hide it amongst the wrecked vessels, and you can buy yourself some time and hopefully even get some time to repair the ship before anyone finds you there. And there's also pretty much a known but it's the dirty secret of the planet that it is also a haven for stolen vessels that are brought here, and there's a criminal organization on planet that basically literally specializes in bringing in stolen vessels from off-world and chopping them up for parts. So that's the best place you know to go, and it's close enough that you're not gonna have to stay in the air that long, which is another thing you're worried about. Because no matter how low you get, it is risky because you're going to be able to be tracked in one way, shape, or form or another. The only thing you do have is this vehicle. As you're flying it, you do notice that it has currently no ID. Because it hasn't. It does have an ID. It's registered back to your farm. So the farm still has the ownership ID tag on it. It doesn't have your name on it anywhere.
I'm sorry. I thought last time you said there was no ID on it at all. Like
I realized that there has to be an ID on it because it went through a legal purchase. It wasn't illegally purchased, so there had to be an ID on it. But the farm is what the farm, their little LLC or whatever they have that runs the farm. It will be under that tag.
Yeah, it's not under my name yet.
Yep.
So what you're saying?
The title had not been transferred to Mariana yet.
But what you're saying is that a pretty standard, cargo ship, what is considered a standard cargo ship, currently has the name of a farm on it, and that wouldn't really give much reason to be searched.
To be searched?
Yeah,
I mean, it's in a war zone right now, and people are probably fleeing the planet in droves, so I don't think they're not going to search anything.
Okay. Whatever you say, Ray.
I mean, if you can find a reason why you guys can try and go, oh, we're just a farming vessel, please don't search us.
I do have smooth talker. I don't want to have.
You can
to
try.
use it.
You can try and talk your way out of anything.
I was just saying, maybe the inspector's asleep.
So, Jonathan.
Yeah.
You're in the med bay with the commander. Did you guys got him stabilized though, right?
Yep.
I got him stabilized.
Technically, we stabilized him twice.
That's
right.
Yeah,
we have him. Well, we also knocked him down to only having a D6 complication because of my skill.
Yeah, because he's at like a 10 or something earlier.
Yeah, he was bad. So he is sitting there, and he is in the med bay, and the ship's rocking and rolling now because of her low flying. But he's kind of like, he comes conscious, and he kind of looks around. He's like, "We're on a ship."
Yes, with a bunch of people who aren't part of the Independence. So from this moment forward, Uncle Orlander, we got to get our story straight.
Like, all right, fine, but we have to get to command.
Ooh, command is basically evacuating.
That's understandable. We still have to get to command.
Okay, well then I'm gonna need the code to get this and hold of the communicator unlocked because I can't use your communicator, and I'm not getting the good messages. I'm just getting the ones that talk about everything's falling apart, we're losing, command is evacuating, they're all like cutting tail and running, and everything has been scattered and disorganized for the last 4 hours that you've been mostly out. So at this point, yeah, we're in really bad shape. You're in really bad shape.
He says, I can feel that. He says, bring me the communicator.
I already have my hand right.
All right.
We got a hydrate from Slytherin.
Oh, hey, Slytherin. Thank you.
But I've already strapped this guy down, so I don't know how easily it's going to be for him to use it.
Well, he's like, what's up?
I will give it a minute for you to get through this just because there's no reason for me to burst in during your scene. But I am heading up to him to check on my patient effectively.
Got it.
As soon as I am
because of the nature of
no longer
flying,
falling out.
Yeah, and because you're still flying in Atmo, that means you're having the effect of the planet's gravity on you. So every time she banks, the floor tilts. So you know, going up there is not exactly the easiest thing in the world. You technically should be strapped in right now somewhere.
I also don't know the ship yet, so I've probably gone to like the kitchen, the showers, 2 random bedrooms. I have no idea where the bed
Hold on.
is.
That's make me think. Because I'm probably not strapped in after he fixes my shoulder. I'm probably just rolling around the cargo bay now, aren't I? Like sliding around the floor.
Well, funny thing of you probably just like rolled over to one side of the cargo bay, grabbed tie-down straps, and just tied yourself to the wall.
Look, it's efficient at least.
Oh no, we're talking about
sliding around the cargo bay.
Because I've heard too much to move really after almost getting my arm yanked out of its socket.
That's why I said it's efficient.
Gotcha.
Somehow, I got shot at by a lot of people, and I took no damage. I'm a little burned, but I'm making my way through this shit.
I know. It's like, that roll was really good, so.
Yeah.
So, you guys.
Sorry.
You're making your way, you're making your way up to the med bay. Kind of like falling against the stair rails, hanging on half the time, getting up a few steps, and then doing it all over again.
I get to the kitchen, I check the fridge, and I'm like, it can wait.
Yeah. The milk is spilled everywhere. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, I lost it. Yep.
But yeah, so you're making your way up there. Jonathan, he kind of looks at what he did was when he starts to gain consciousness, he tries to sit up a little bit. He sees his straps across his chest, and he's kind of like just gestures at his hands would be free enough so he can undo the strap himself. Unless
and I got him strapped down
you
4.
put him in full restraint.
I've strapped him down 4 times to keep him from being able to move at all. Like, the ship is going to be rocking. I wasn't going to risk him getting an injury.
Oh, okay. So he's kind of so he tries to move his hands, and his hands are kind of strapped under the straps that are over his hips and waist and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he kind of tries to pull his he's like, I can't.
I understand, but we're rocking and rolling still, and you're not in great shape.
It's not a
Yes.
You hold it up to his eyeball.
Yeah.
He kind of opens right eye really wide, and he gets a little scan hitting his eye, and the thing unlocks. And it goes from the inane chatter of all the troops, and the whole people screaming at what's going on. The line goes silent for a minute. It rolls over to a frequency you don't recognize from any of the standard browncoat frequencies. And you hear a voice coming on and says, Commander Flynn. And he says, I'm here. Like, do you have the intelligence? Like, I have what we need. I am currently with my pilot, and we are on a civilian ship, I believe. I am hurt. We are in flight. I don't know where we're headed, because you can ping this tracker, and you should be able to find us. Because I will not be risking this intelligence by transmitting it. I want to do a physical drop. I want you to meet us wherever we stop. Monitor this and get here immediately. And the voice comes back over and says, Commander, we are in full retreat. We do not have resources to retrieve you. He says, we are doing our best to get off planet. We have suffered almost 60% casualties. And he says, understood, but this intelligence is worth more than any of us to our cause. Pick this up. And the voice comes over. One moment. At a couple of seconds. And Corey, Clayton is like, you're making way.
So sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
Was your puppy crying?
No. I believe my wife just got home.
Oh, okay. Oh, the puppies are going off. No.
Mama's home. Yeah.
Don't worry about it. They're happy to see Mama. But no. Yeah. So you hear the over the comms. You hear a voice on a comm going off, and the commander's voice talking back to it. You're like almost to the door.
I do have a question. What would I need to roll to try and get there to catch enough that I might consider myself and Wyatt's character, or Wyatt, on an even playing field, because he has information about me that no one else knows.
Well, I was going to say, that's why I'm putting you in the position to hear exactly from where I start speaking now.
Okay.
And so he's sitting there and he says, you hear a voice come back on. Saying something?
Yeah, I'm just going to say, like, once the door opens, I'm going to shut the thing off.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah.
So the communicator squawks back on, and you hear the same voice come on. Commander, we have no way to pick you up. Command says you are to go incognito. We are not going to monitor this transmission source. We need this transmission source shut down. You are to requisition this crew for the cause in any way, shape, or form you can. We are offering a significant bounty for your safe return or the cargo's safe return. What is Atlas? Is Atlas a name that your character uses for that?
Yes.
Atlas is now assigned as your personal bodyguard until such time as we can make contact. Atlas, your sole mission is to get the information back to Browncoat Command. The commander is priority, but the intel is the greatest priority. We understand each other.
Understood.
Commander? Commander says, understood. When can we expect some kind of communique? And they said, we're going to attempt to do our best to maintain some kind of communication, but in the end, it doesn't look like the resistance is going to survive after this encounter as the entity it once was. Command has lost too many resources, and we have been betrayed by too many of what we thought were our allies. The voice says, we will attempt to get in touch with you. Make sure that this communicator is well hidden and powered down. We want checks done every 30 days. That way we can have a clear sense of communication timeframes. But that is the best we can do for now. Once we have regrouped and recuperated, we will be reaching out. That intel you have is the most vital thing. The commander kind of looks at you and he's the comm, and he's like, understood, command. Over and out. And he says, shut it off. Store it for now.
I turn it off and I pull the battery out.
Yeah, to store that thing for now. It's like, we need to find some place to put it. You don't need to know what the intel is. Just need to understand that this is vital.
No, but I do need to know where the intel is.
It's on that device.
Good enough. So in that case, I'm keeping the device on me.
Like, fine. I'm not in a condition to defend it or get it out of here if it needs to be gone. So, Clayton, you're kind of like almost at the door.
Can I do a general notice check? Just a mental and notice, just to see, basically for my own, basically see how much I heard of that clearly. That's all I want to know. I don't.
I mean, it was muffled, but you heard enough of it clearly to get the gist that, you know, because when he was communicating with the communicator, he couldn't like whisper. He had to speak in a normal talking tone.
And if I heard talking, I wouldn't have entered right away. I would have made sure that I wasn't interrupting something, but also I heard something now. Okay.
Yeah. So he kind of stopped. He says, all right. He says, go help out as best you can. Start ingratiating yourself with the crew. We need them to be on our side.
Before he walks out that door, in my medical bag, which I now have on me to go do, Clayton is a smoker. If you know, a lot of medical professionals are. But he, I see you nodding your head, Kellen, you know. Before he gets out, before he exits that door, Clayton has pulled a cigarette and has lit it and is waiting for him to walk out that door. He's trying to look as nonchalant as possible.
Right? Do I get a notice check to notice a brand new, freshly lit cigarette that might
You
still have a
don't-
lighter
you
in their
don't-
hand?
Yeah, you don't have to roll a notice check. That
You see me light it, that's fine.
No,
see
you
me
can
light the
smell
cigarette.
it. You know, anyone who's been around smoking knows that, you know, tobacco is pungent when it's burned, and the moment that door slides open, you know that there's a lit cigarette out there.
No, I meant
I
the
live
fact
in a
that it's
smoker
like
household.
literally just been
Oh,
lit.
I will say it is
No,
fine
you
if
can-
you catch me lighting it. That's fine.
Jonathan, I live in a house with someone who smokes a pack a day. You can tell when a brand new cigarette has been
Versus
lit.
when it's
Even
been burned for a second.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's got a very different smell. Yeah.
And even I smoked for a time, and even like I still smell it. Like I can still tell because I smoke myself whenever that happens.
Everyone stop smoking.
Look,
I haven't
No!
smoked in like
It
2
keeps
I haven't
me
smoked for like 2
balanced.
years.
it keeps me balanced. Without
I was
going,
like-
I haven't
As soon
smoked
as-
in 2 years.
sorry. I just want to get. I've got my brain in a certain place right now.
I know. It's all right.
When,
So-
when I open the door
Mhm.
and I see that he just lit the cigarette, I'm gonna literally kind of like give him that look over, look at the cigarette, make eye contact with him again, and try to just judge his intentions. Like is this more innocent or is this more deceptive?
Are you in what? Deceptive how? He just lit a cigarette.
We're rocking and rolling in the air.
Cigarette is a
I'm like
lie.
holding on to the wall.
No, literally, he's hooked. He's
that
got
would be the time that someone would actually light up a fucking cigarette, though. Because if you're, have
It's
you
just
ever
bouncing
been
as
in?
we're moving.
Okay, I'm just going to point out. Have you ever been in a big city's fucking traffic jam? Because Atlanta traffic is why I chain smoked. I would never chain smoke. Like, I
was
was
gonna
that
say, that
person
doesn't
when I
make
was
sense.
smoking.
That doesn't make sense for the big city traffic jam that I've been in because I lived in Houston, and Houston traffic
Atlanta
jams are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
They're not stopping and
No,
stopping.
see,
Yeah, they
Here's the thing. Atlanta traffic is literally listed in some of the top in the world. And while the traffic jams themselves can be like really slow, they can also be you're going like 50 feet and then all of a sudden fucking stop.
Yeah, that happens a lot too.
Yeah.
Your head's on a swivel. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
But,
you guys actually
I would say we lock eyes, and I'm gonna just try to say. So I'll be honest with you right away. I heard a bit of that, and I want to help you. I'm just gonna be as straightforward as I can. As you probably already know, I worked for the Alliance. I was a lieutenant, and I'm a surgeon. That's what I do. They put me through too much, and I'm leaving. I will help you out however you need. I'm just saying I'm here.
I appreciate the forthrightness. Keep him alive.
Done
We
and
need
done.
the ship up and running, and then we need to get where we need to go.
Well,
And
first
then
things
get
first.
way far away from here, probably.
Agreed entirely. First things first, I'll check on him. I'll make sure he's good. I'll put him on an IV. I'll do the whole 9 for you. But
When the ship stops rocking and rolling, he'd really appreciate not being strapped at the bed.
I will make sure it happens. Once we get out of Atmo, I will take care of him as best I can to make sure he's more comfortable. For now, you did the right thing. He ain't moving. It's what I need for the moment. But
All right. We'll talk
Let me
again
know
in a
if-
minute. I think I need to be up on that bridge.
agreed.
And I'm just gonna like book it towards the bridge.
You go in and check on the commander?
Yeah, I'm just going in. I kind of give him the same spiel. I'm honest with him off the bat. I'm trying to ingratiate myself.
As you walk in, he looks up at you, and he's like, "What? You're looking to make new life out us there."
Yes, sir.
We can make that happen. Whether you choose to join the cause or not, we have resources that we've always had that allow us to make people disappear, buy them new names, buy them a new life, and stop the Alliance from being able to do what they do and hunt them down.
I'm gonna help you out here. Once this is all over, I disappear. That's it. That's it. I can't fight anymore like this. So, I'm still actively smoking, by the way, and as we're talking, I am opening up my medical bag, grabbing IV, getting well, actually, I guess I'm checking.
You see the commander keeps on looking around. And he looks at the oxygen tanks and the explosive warnings, and he keeps on looking at you, and he's like,
"Hey, and mind you, all of this is happening in a ship. I have actively. We're going at it.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like anything to Clayton. I've done similar things in worse conditions during this war.
You've ridden in troop carriers, patching up boys as you're trying to get back up to ship, taking fire and everything else like that.
I've been on mules patching gaping chest wounds. It's fine.
Yep.
This is part of it.
Yep. So as you guys, Mariana, you come up on the lot. You find a spot clear enough to land the ship.
Okay.
You bring the ship down, and you basically just cut power to everything. No power signature, no nothing. You shut it all down.
Oh yeah. No, like you don't want anyone fucking scanning you.
So as everything goes down, the actual med bay goes over to its emergency backup power. But the med bay and like airlocks and stuff like that, they're the only things that can really be open and closed because they have their own emergency power settings.
Yep.
But nothing else is working on the ship right now, and you guys are sitting there on the ground. What do you guys and Atlas? That's about time you come up into the cockpit. As she's setting it down, she's shutting everything down. What are you saying to Mariana?
Where are we landing?
Scrapyard. The only place that is safe enough. We can blend in. We can turn all the power off and hope and pray that they won't get to us, because that's the only thing we can do right now. We don't know the shape of this ship. We don't know what's going on. I know my and she kind of like stops for a second and then takes a breath. My family intended for this ship to be mine, based on all the decorations on the outside before we ran in. We haven't had a chance to check what we need to fix. We don't know how much was fully intended to be ready. Like, obviously it's ready enough to fly, but I like keeping a tip-top shaped ship, and I don't know what state this thing's in. I don't feel safe going up into Atmo until I know that. Until I can make sure that everyone is safe.
Ray, as she's saying that, I'm gonna have stepped over to the co-pilot's terminal, and I am going to pull up the operating system, and I'm going to use the command codes to pull up the last run diagnostic on the ship, because we don't really have time to run a diagnostic right now.
Nope.
But I can pull up the last one that was run, and I'd like to see the date it was run and what the report readout from that says. Like, did her family maybe run one recently? Was the last time it was run was like months and months ago?
The last
Like,
time
at least it might give us an idea.
Yeah, the last time it was run was about a month ago. And that's when, and you can see that part of the diagnostic was transferring ownership from the original ownership, which was, you know, basically a ship sales yard, and to the actual branch as ownership. You can see that the ship was delivered locally in Atmo. The last diagnostics showed that the ship is not rated to leave atmosphere. That it does need work on the environmental systems. That the environmental systems are not rated to safely stay in life for any long period of time, as they're not functioning properly. And there are some contaminants that might be put into the atmosphere of the ship that might cause long-term harm to in the ship. So basically, the filters have to be checked. The environmental systems need to be looked over, and repairs need to be made to those. The engines are, of course, not in the best shape, but they're definitely serviceable, and they will definitely function. The seals on the ship are good, so it can go out of atmosphere that way. The seals all checked out. And the communication system is pretty much almost non-existent for long-range communications. Short-range is just fine, but long-range communications, which is usually done by tight laser focus beam, is not really functioning. The array is basically not hooked up and has no power. So those are the two key things: is that the life support is going to be really risky, and the agrav is working, so you will have gravity in the ship, but it's the actual life support that's bad.
I'm gonna look over. All right, Mariana, this is actually not bad news. Engines could use a tune-up. Life support's got some problems. If we can get life support to stop spewing some contaminants into the air, you can shut down deck 3 and the cargo hold, and then we can leave life support active only on decks 1 and 2, and that should spread out the time even further. Even if it doesn't get us super far, it should get us far enough to get somewhere else that's not here.
So I set us down in the right spot then. Now the question is if the seedy underbelly of this shithole is still around, or if they've already fled.
You know, at least we're not looking for massive parts. We should be okay. But the Alliance is going to be coming for us.
That's why everything's shut off.
And I might need to make one more
hope for.
stop before we leave here.
How many more people have to fucking die?
Well, I think this is a try to keep people from dying type of situation, not a let people die situation.
What do you know?
I know that I crashed in a ship, that the Alliance shot down, and evidently we got something so important it could help turn some tides in this war.
Look, I just watched my entire family and friends and neighbors and crew die in front of me. You better fill me in on the entire situation, or we're just getting off this planet.
If you think I'm holding something back, I don't know a lot more than that. You think they're going to tell me exactly what's the intel?
That's why I asked, what do you know? You're holding something back.
Sounded pretty awful close to an accusation that I intentionally hold stuff away.
I know how this war works. I know it's about secret. And I know it doesn't matter whether civilians get in the crossfire for the Alliance.
I ain't the Alliance.
I know. But you put us at further risk from the Alliance. Now, if you want me to help you further, you're going to have to tell me everything you know. Now, first off, who was that man that we were saving?
That is
Why
my
is he
commanding
in-
officer.
All right. What does... Actually, you know what? I think I need to have a conversation with him. No offense to you, honey, but
I
he
just
knows
hope you
a
change
hell of
your
a lot
attitude
more.
before you start talking to him, because you're coming at me pretty hot and rude, and I haven't done anything to you.
I apologize. But if you had been through what I just was through right now, the only saving grace right now that I have is the fact that I guarantee, though, what's keeping me at bay from breaking down is the adrenaline. So I need to know everything you guys know, so that we can make a safe decision. I'm not willing to lose more.
I'm telling you what I know, and I'm not sure you're going to get much more out of him, because whatever he knows, I don't even get to know, and I'm basically his personal attaché. So, if that's the way it is, you can just let us know right now. I'll be happy to get off the ship with him. He'll be patched up pretty quick, and we can go our own separate way. You can try to fly this sucker up there by yourself. But
I'm
nobody's
happy
got
to
more
help.
experience running alliance lines than I do that's here on this ship. So best of luck with that. I'll give you some advice before you go, but you're going to have to make the maneuvers yourself.
I'm happy to help as long as I have everything at my disposal.
It's a war. You're never going to have everything at your disposal. I'm telling you what I know. What do you want me to say? I told you how to fix the ship.
No.
Told you I need to make a stop. Been forthright with you about why I want to make the stop. And you keep acting like I got a million secrets here I'm not telling you. So why don't you ask me some direct questions?
Out of character. I don't know what to say right now. In character, Mariana's got like 1,000 miles per minute things. And I want that to be very clear, because I realize she comes off rude right now. She's traumatized.
There's trauma going on. So basically, with a situation like this, if your character doesn't know what to say, it's going to be up to you what you think she would do. Because if she's really fucking confused and she's reacting out of trauma right now, you know, the stuff you're saying, it may not make sense really, but it still, you know, what would be happening.
Well, I know. I just wanted to make it clear to Jonathan because
Oh no,
of
I'm not
anxiety
taking it
reasons.
personal. It's fine.
Like,
But I will say before we get back into the
purely
big
a
role
trauma
playing part,
response.
but right before we jump back into the conversations, that's pretty heavy. While I'm talking to her, in the moments where it's just kind of like getting a little more heated, rude, and it's okay for him to not be paying 100% attention to her, I'm gonna type in the terminal. I'm just gonna like issue a maintenance log order for the environmental systems as a top priority repair, so that it should ping across like the repair logs, like priority 1 repair, environmental systems. This is the issue.
All right, so let's put you guys on pause then. Vesk.
Mm-hmm.
Or Nath, I should say. Nath Vesk. Nath, you're in engineering because you said you were going there.
Yeah, she's been at the engine, being thrown around, trying to keep
Well, there's a jump seat in the engine room, so you probably made your way over that and strapped in.
Yeah. Yeah, just like, okay, let's figure out what's going on with the ship, and because she ran that quick check when
you were
that
getting
would
everything
probably
powered up.
actually have been in the logs that Atlas saw.
Yep. That was as a quick pre-flight diagnostic, though.
Just everything.
So,
yeah, just that quick ping. So she'd start taking, and once everything stopped, go to work.
Yep. So as the ship hits ground, you jump up out of the jump seat, and the first thing you see is a brand new item in the log, pointing out that that repairs need to be made to the environmental system. and you see that it's been keyed in from the cockpit, from the flight deck.
I can do that. All right, let's see what's going on with the systems. Just gonna run over, check the engine, see if there's any damages that need
How is
to be added to the logs.
Nath doing right now?
Not good. She's like covered in grime. She's still burned. Like, I don't know if that stuff's starting to wear off. So like,
Oh no, it's literal burns.
yeah,
It's like being sunburned.
yeah.
Well, no, what Nate's referring to is that topical
cream.
treatment that
Yeah,
Corey
no,
gave
it
us.
hasn't been long
It's
enough.
like
It's still in
Yeah,
effect.
so yeah, it's
Okay,
a,
Yeah,
so,
no,
yeah.
we know the burn's lasting.
it's like a
Yeah,
4 or
so-
5 hour
Yeah.
numbing agent.
Perfect.
You're good for a hot
Yeah,
minute.
and a
So-
couple of more hours, it's going to start wearing off, and you're going to start feeling it.
So
Plus, you got
like,
ragdoll.
she grabs her bag off. She starts pulling on gloves and like just that shutdown of we're gonna just turn on the brain that needs to get stuff done, and we'll think about everything else later. So, because she just got almost taken out. Watched a bunch of people get killed with the ships and guns she made.
You also saw them dump
Mhm.
munitions down on their own people.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
people I used to talk to, people who came into the shop for things on the side for Nath to work on.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the big things about being an engineer in that situation is
Mhm.
everyone comes through your shop.
Mhm.
You know, everyone comes through and you see, like, you know, even though it was a big force, you knew like 20-30% of the guys who were down
Mhm.
there personally.
Yeah.
Because they came through all the time, just making requests for gear and everything like that. And you are kind of like in the engine room.
Mhm.
See that thing coming over the comms. You begin diving into the actual repairs for the ship itself. Let's go ahead and do a repair check on that.
Excellent.
Excellent stuff.
But see, how many rolls have you made so far in
I think
game?
Like 3.
2,
yeah,
maybe 3.
yeah, like 2. Yeah, okay.
Okay, to be
Alright.
fair, I'm in the same boat.
Six
I was
is
saying,
10.
and I've made like 12 rolls.
So it's mental and fix. And when you have a specialty in something, how does that work?
You get an
You add
extra
a
D6.
Add a D6.
Add
Yeah.
D6. Okay, where's my pens?
And then you get to add your D8 specialty, your distinction. Sorry,
Mhm.
distinction.
Yep, that's a rush job.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Now if your distinction, what's your specialty of your distinction? I should say.
It's a D4 rush job actually that's a timed action.
What does it say?
During a time action that requires repairs or construction, you may take or step up a shoddy workmanship complication to add on an extra feat.
So those I can't remember if they use the word triggers here or not,
Mhm.
but
They
like it's classified like as a trigger basically. Like it's a
Mhm.
special ability that's under the distinction. So the distinction is just a descriptor that you can use like if it applies to the kind of thing that you're doing work-wise. And then you can use the triggers if they apply too, but you can use the distinction without using the triggers.
Got it.
And you actually do have to pay a plot point to use the triggers, don't you?
Mhm. Yeah,
So
I
it depends.
I haven't got to spend any plot points yet, except for the one for the random gun.
I would say
So
most of the time, Ray, but not all of them. Some of them have other activation costs.
yeah,
Like
and
it might
some of
say
Some of them even generate plot points.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was thinking
Yeah.
one of my triggers I can get later gives me a plot point.
And then
Or,
before you roll as,
Mhm.
I will help you out. I sent you the diagnostics, so I'll throw my operate in there as the analysis of the problem. So I've already highlighted issues.
So what
Okay,
is it?
so that
My
steps
operate
up to-
is a D10,
so
but if you
that-
roll
actually
any
throw-
ones,
Do you actually throw your dice in when you do that? When you do the help action?
just my one skill die.
Oh, okay. So you actually throw the dice in.
But if you roll any ones, we're both going to get affected by them.
yeah.
I'll just make the ship
But I'm giving you
blow
an
up.
extra D10.
I'll just
Okay,
make the ship blow up.
alright.
It'll be fine.
Okay, so
Well, you know,
spend a
I mean,
plot
that's-
point to take and
There needs to be some ship that blows up this session.
No!
okay, so I'm gonna use
Leave
that plot
my
point to
fucking
keep
vehicles alone!
an extra die, which means I get to keep my 3d10s. right?
So, well, you don't have to do that until after you make the roll, because you can
Okay.
spend those plot points afterwards. That way, you like if
Because
you roll 2 10s on your d10s, you have a 20. And I will
Yeah.
tell you now, I've rolled the TN.
Okay.
Once again, the dice fucking hate you guys.
Yeah.
I rolled a 13.
I got 14.
So you
I
rolled a
will say,
14.
I got 2 7s.
Now this is the point where you can choose if you want to like spend a plot point to keep an extra dice. Because I rolled a 13, you rolled a 14. You said
14. Yeah, 2
So,
7s, and then my third D10 is a 4.
So if you spend a plot point to buy that one, you'll have beat it by 5, which means that you'll get like an extra success and you'll get your big damn hero dice.
yes.
And also,
Okay.
I was like, Ray,
Yo.
the dice don't hate us. The dice hate me. They've given me the highest goal so far
Yeah.
today.
Yes. So what are you going to spend the plot point or not?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you have a
Awesome.
big damn hero dice. The highest dice I rolled was a D10.
To get my
So you get a
10.
big damn hero dice D10, and you have raised it up by 1. So what you raise the stakes, I should say. So basically what happens is you understand what needs to be done. You have worked on these vessels before. The Alliance doesn't have a ton of them, but they are very very easily adaptable crafts, so the Alliance does use them a decent amount. And you had a lot of experience with them in your training, so you know this ship very well. You know it like the back of your hand. The filters actually, there's tricks for them that you can actually utilize the same filters and reduce the actual necessitation for replacing them, because they're not hard to find, but it's it's a bitch keep that many filters on hand. And so you know certain ways that you can use what they call carbon cleaning, where you can actually run carbon through the filters and blast out most of the impurities and then put the filters back in. So that's one trick you can do, and you can basically because of your knowledge, intimate knowledge of the ship, you can get this thing to where the life support should be functional for long distance travel, but you are going to need to replace the filters at your next stop. Otherwise, they're going to build up too much contaminants too fast, and they'll start poisoning the air again. Got
it. So for the distinction that I used, there's a small complication, and it's Nathan's doing the whole filter trick, realizes there's some leaks in that cargo bay. And she can direct it, so she's going to put in the work order that the job has been complete, but we need to clear out cargo bay 3 because there might be some things until we can get the vent welded.
Is that from the distinction, the trigger for the distinction? You don't get that unless you spend the plot point to utilize that distinction's ability.
Oh, okay, so then I don't have to create. Okay,
right,
cool.
Right.
So
yeah, you don't have to use that. Just rolling the dice doesn't make the trigger happen. You have to literally state you're going to utilize the trigger, and then if it doesn't state a cost, it's usually a plot point. Otherwise, there may be other costs, or it might just literally generate something.
Like what does the whole text of your trigger say?
It's that time distinction.
Well, since this wasn't a time tasks, it doesn't technically matter anyways.
Okay, cool. All right, so we'll use that for later. So there's
so basically it sounds like that one's so that you can do a timed action faster, but you're creating a complication to get the benefit of going quick.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so we'll use that when things get bad. It'll be fine. That probably won't happen.
Yeah, probably won't happen.
As I look at Ray.
What? I didn't do nothing.
She's gonna get a hold of the comm system, realize that it's not really hooked up based on the diagnosis she's running in the background.
No,
and,
the internal comms is hooked up. It's the long range comms.
The long range comms. So she'll hit the comm. So environmental is up and running now.
I'm just gonna look at Mariana with that. Like I'm still at the control panel. I'm just gonna look at her like, I wonder how she knew to do that.
This is in the middle of y'all's little back and forth.
In the middle of our spat back and forth.
You've literally just
that look like I
3 minutes later.
I was clicking earlier, and now over the comms you're like, environmental's fixed now. I'm just gonna look
at environmental's fixed.
I really knew how to fix that.
I'm still working on the engine, but we probably gonna need some parts for some of the systems.
Yeah, I need to replace all the filters in environmental. The environmental could use what they call a scrubbing, which is where it gets basically the entire environmental network gets disinfected because that stuff's still been being pumped out whenever the life support was being utilized. So there's probably plenty of contaminant within the system itself. And then the engines, they basically need the equivalent of the 100,000-mile overhaul for a car, which basically means they need to be torn down, tuned up, have all the parts that are wearing out replaced that haven't broken yet. And so from your knowledge, your engineering knowledge, that's going to be like a week of downtime and be fucking expensive.
Yeah, I can get it, so we're good, but if we're going to be doing more than this, it's going to be a project. And we'll need parts, and we'll need money and time. Probably like a week.
Mariana, she's still like keeping eye contact with Atlas, but she grabs the comms.
It's Glarefest 2003.
I landed us in a scrapyard. What do you need?
Filters. That's the main one, is the life support system.
Not really going to find filters in a scrapyard.
Yeah.
So
no.
That's one of those things you kind of have to buy new.
Yeah.
But if we can find anything to help scrub it down so the contaminants don't keep circling, I have a shot.
So in the scrapyard, just player thought, in the scrapyard there aren't some ships that have been not picked clean. Where
there are definitely ships that have not been totally picked clean, but every single ship has decent chunks moved. You might actually, the hardest thing is going to be to find filters that match your system. As anyone who unfortunately had to go out and buy AC filters knows, there's a fucking billion of them from all different sizes. And so,
but we are talking about a Komodo class.
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say the one
the
saving
best thing
grace
about the Komodo class is it's like whatever the most universal style and size of filter is, that's what it fucking uses.
Well,
And just
guys,
gonna say, our ship
we
does
do have ordinary.
We have this ship.
Everybody has one.
These ships, they're all the same. Spend 1 plot point to find exactly the parts you need at a salvage yard, junk shop, or trash heap.
That's our method.
This is why I pushed for that asset.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's fucking perfect.
Yep, and it enters as a D8 asset.
Yep.
Oh my god.
There you go. Yes, Jonathan.
I'm gonna look at Mariana. Look, you want off the planet. I want off the planet too. I got one task I got to do first. Let's be honest with each other. Nobody knows how to fly one of these ships better than I do. I've been flying these things for months and running Alliance blockades. If you're going to get off the planet, you're going to need me to take the ship up in the air to do that. Now, I don't have to stay on here after that. That's fine. You can let me and the general off to the next place when you guys are fixing parts. But I'm your ticket out of here. And I'm asking you for one thing. And I know it's a big ask. I get that. But I'm helping you fix the ship. And I'm willing to do whatever else we got to do to make this work. So just tell me what you need to make this happen. Because as long as it's reasonable, I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to get you off this planet. If you think you get off the planet without me, leave us here and go do it.
She just sighs. And she responds quickly to Natha, "We're on it." And then puts it up. I just want to make sure that everyone on the ship right now gets out safe. I've watched too many people die today.
I get that. Nobody wants any more people on that list. I get it. But be honest with yourself and me right now. What do you think your best chance off this planet's going to be?
She kind of like... You see her body kind of just slump, and she kind of just like... You know the like bounce what that happens when you kind of just like whack against the wall. She goes, "You're right. I'm sorry. I just."
He's just gonna walk over, tap his hand on her shoulder, say, "It's fine, but we're killing valuable time. Let's go get those parts and get out of here."
Yeah, and she kind of just shakes her head and follows after for this one.
Now, those comms are going to everywhere. I'm guessing they're not directed
it's-
specifically.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
In the time frame of all this, I'm like hearing everything going on. I'll just go over the comms. If y'all need a hand, just let me know. I've got the gentleman in the med bay, good and stabilized. He's fine. He's comfortable. I would be able to achieve
You
that.
probably
pretty
shot him up
simply,
with
right?
painkiller right after that.
I
and he was
sure
asleep.
did. I put a nice solid IV on him, shot him up with painkillers,
So,
got him comfy, and so if you
Got that
need
super
me,
morphine.
so after hearing that comment, is there a spot for me to grab the radio too near me,
Oh,
or do
yeah.
I have to get him?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's definitely
not-
spots around the entire
like-
thing.
I'm still like kind of just on the ground, just 'cause literally almost ripped my arm out. Like I said, well, granted, my right arm be doing this. Just reach up, going like, yeah, get me now, ow.
oh shit, I'm fuck. I'll be there in 2 seconds. Hold on.
All right.
I down the stairs. I'm taking like 2 steps at a time. Shit.
So it's at 11 o'clock, which is our normal stopping time. You guys okay wrapping up here?
I'm good with
Can we-
whatever everyone's doing.
I'm good for
Yeah.
whatever
Can
people
we
want to
say
do
pretty
because
simply that I got
I-
him. I got him there.
Oh yeah. You go down
Yeah,
and
he's
help
done.
him up and do the whole limp carry up to fucking med.
Mhm.
So we end with him lying on the medical table, and me taking I'll just work on your reel and just sedate him.
Today.
Just sedate him. Just let him go out. He'll be fine. He needs the rest.
Shh, go to sleep.
Exactly.
It'll be like when you take a sleep after getting sunburn. When you wake up, you can't move your body.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. That's the nicest thing is you're gonna sleep through most.
I sedate, patch him up. I do what needs to be done so he doesn't bleed out. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I just realized that the chronic pain thing probably
Oh, by the way,
I don't
thank you for
notice
the
when I
sub,
get sunburned like that.
The Slytherin Wesley.
Weasley.
Sorry.
Because with sunburn, I wake up and I'm like, yep, nope, that's the thing, and I just move on.
Yeah, this is
Not
a
fun when
little
you get
bit-
those really bad burns.
Yeah, this is one of those sunburns where you have those patches of blisters.
I am blonde with green eyes and I freckle.
So
You're
we're
talking to the sunburn queen.
We're all gonna take turns peeling off the skin, right? That's what's gonna happen. Just
Y'all
a peeling
y'all are
party.
weirdos.
Yes, and that's why you chose us, Ray.
Yes, it is. But all right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap then, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So, what do you guys want to name
Okay.
the episode?
Yeah, that's a good question. What's
Oh,
When the
that's a
chips
good
are down.
question.
I'm just saying.
What'd you
It was-
say?
What'd you say?
It's a good
The
one.
chips
When the
are
chips are
down.
down. Corey and I both lost our chips. It's fine.
Oh, if anyone wanted to go and scrub through the episode, you would find probably 10 good instances of me just losing chips as I was trying to eat them during the episode. And,
I have to clean
and
up
I
the
know that
area
Az
under
had
my
one or
desk.
two as well.
Yeah.
oh, my
I
dog has been
Rock.
taking care of it for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say the dog is the happiest one in the room right now.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, I'm trying to think of one that would, I mean, that's not a bad episode now. I'm trying to think of one that would tie into the fact that we literally just escaped hell. Oh, a bat out of hell?
Well, you haven't actually escaped. You're still on the planet.
Yeah, we're still on the
We're
planet.
not in
We
the
haven't
valley
escaped.
anymore, though.
You know, you're not in Serenity Valley at this time. You've gotten out of the valley.
The barn out of
It's
hell.
hell.
The barn out of hell.
No, dragon out of hell. Because Komodo.
Because Komodo.
Oh.
So,
So, what are you guys thinking?
I still like when the chips are down. Just
Okay, and that's 3 for chips. What do you say, Jonathan?
I'm fine with that. That's fine.
Alright, I'm cool with that too, then.
all
Okay,
right.
history.
So the name of this episode is down. Thank you guys so much for being so wonderful about the whole late start and everything. That was
It's a
It
stupid
happened.
fucking name.
huh? What?
Stupid fucking name, but I'm so for it. It's
It's
such-
when the chips are down.
when the chips
Yeah.
are
What's up
down.
with it?
I have
it's-
to clean up this mess.
Yeah.
Because it is both an inside joke and an actual title for
Yeah.
the shit
Hold on.
going down.
And then
It
for everyone in
works.
chat, by the way, as y'all know, Ray posts the VODs on YouTube for those who can't make it to Twitch. In our Discord, I actually made like an old school episode guide type deal
Yep.
through Google Sheets. So
And-
definitely,
Yep,
so if
and
you want
it
to find
gets
it that way.
updated.
And for those who are still watching, the reason we named the episodes is because instead of giving out XP or anything like that, there's mechanics in the game that let you use past episodes as experience points, and you can also use them for things like flashbacks, which can give you temporary plot points, and the character has a flashback scene that they basically narrate because it's their memories.
Cinema.
Kinda like think of the episode of what was it, Out of Gas was when the life support went
Out of
down
Gas.
Firefly.
Yep.
Yeah, how like it essentially flashed back to other parts of that episode, like even previous stuff, like moments like those essentially. is what
Yeah,
we
I
can
really
use.
liked kind of how they almost ties into the mechanic, because every time he had one of those flashbacks is when he was about to go out, and after the
Yep.
flashback, he manages to pick himself back up and keep going
Yep.
anyway.
Get that
Yeah, it kept- it
second
also
and third,
assisted
fourth,
him.
fifth, and 10th win.
It also assisted him with knowing what he needed and where it was
Yeah.
as shit
Yeah.
was falling and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it was also too just seeing like the whole like his reason for keep going too.
Yeah.
That was such a great. I think that's still my all-time favorite episode of that season. Is still
Well,
Out of Gas just because of that.
Unfortunately, thanks to Fox, we don't have a lot to choose from.
I love you say
True.
of that season, like there were multiple seasons to
I
pick
know, it's
from.
like,
You don't know about Firefly
I meant
season
to
10?
say-
What are you
I
talking
meant-
about?
I meant to say series.
hey, you guys
Look,
have
look.
heard, of course,
Yep.
Disney Plus.
I was gonna say, thanks to Disney, we might technically have more than one season. It's
Well-
not necessarily in the same. It's not the same actors. It's not the same group of people,
It's the
but it's
same
in the same universe.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
Nick Fillion will come back for at least a cameo or two.
You
Oh, yeah.
know, you
Mhm.
know, if it is.
No,
Doesn't
if it's
matter
on
if
Disney Plus, I want to see Inara come back for the cameo.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's
so-
the thing.
She's in.
So-
She's in that. She's got contracts with Marvel and everything like that in studios.
Mhm.
So yeah.
So here's the thing.
No, I know, but it's just.
Mm.
Although I will say,
I
Disney
gotta
Plus is
bounce.
no longer
Yeah.
strictly G-rated.
You gotta go. Love you.
No,
guys.
Yep.
no.
Bye.
Well, Disney
Right.
Plus actually put it on there where you can set your age, and then especially if you don't want people going into your account to watch, especially like let's say you have you're sharing an account with your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
no,
get
I
age
have an
restriction.
account that's like that. I get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's what I'm
and
saying. It's like it's
also-
not just all G-rated stuff anymore. My Disney
no.
Plus has got like lots of non-Disney-ish style
So
stuff.
yeah,
It's got
Who Framed
Hulu stuff
Roger
in there
Rabbit
now.
on there.
And here's the thing. It's not just that. Outside of the United States, they don't have Hulu.
They
So-
have Hulu in other countries.
Not all of
not
them.
in Europe, not in the vast majority of the world. It's like the US and Canada, and that's about it.
Yeah, when I
I
first
think
moved
Australia
overseas,
too.
I had a Hulu account, and I called and I was like, I can't access my Hulu account, and they're like, well, what's changed? And I was like, well, this is where I live now, and they're like, oh yeah, no, you're not getting Hulu there. We'll just go ahead and refund you for the rest of it. And I was like, okay.
I love that. Oh no, you're not getting Hulu there.
At least they refunded you. Give
Yeah,
it works.
and- So, Disney Plus is filling the niche where Hulu is not in other countries. So that's telling me that they are probably just going to entirely put everything onto Disney Plus eventually,
Yep.
that
Oh,
they
yeah.
Well,
can,
that is the intention. Disney
and
Plus
divest
is-
themselves.
Yeah, Disney
of
Plus
the
has
Hulu
made
interest.
their point very clear when they took away all the Defenders series from Netflix
Mhm.
and just straight
Yep.
out. It looked like for a long time that they were straight out canceling. And so yeah, it's already come down. They've already shown that they are more than willing to pull the plug on a successful series in order to let the in order to let the rights expire so they can take them back.
I would argue
Um,
that the Defenders was not that three of
Yeah, I
the
think-
4 shows were or 5 shows were very successful.
Yeah,
I-
I would say
Yeah,
the most
Iron Fist
successful-
wasn't.
I'll say the most successful show they did that was available on Netflix was probably Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. If you want to go the most successful.
And it wasn't on
Oh.
Netflix until the last couple of seasons.
Yep.
Yeah, I would argue that Daredevil, Luke Cage, and The Punisher were their most successful Netflix
Absolutely.
originals.
Yeah, for Netflix
Yeah.
originals,
With Jessica Jones right there with them, but Defenders and Iron Fist did not do
Oh
nearly
yeah,
as
no,
well.
they did
Actually,
not
I think
do well.
Jessica Jones did incredibly well,
Yeah.
considering it was
Just-
the first one.
No, that's what we,
No,
he
Jessica
was
Jones
saying.
is
Jessica
fantastic.
Jones was up
That's what
there.
Corey's saying.
In fact, I think Jessica Jones out of them was the most successful.
All right,
So
Um,
Defenders was not.
Yeah.
no,
did
Defenders sucked. It
terribly.
was horrible.
Yeah, it was awful.
But, ladies and gentlemen, thank these lovely people here with us tonight. You guys were amazing. I'm so happy you guys are here. And we are going to go ahead and I'm going to let these wonderful people tell you where you can find them on the internet. We will start with Corey tonight.
You can find me on TikTok at the Hipster Viking. You can also find me on Instagram at the Hipster Viking. I finally started using that to an extent. I don't think I have that link for Ray, but I will get it to you soon. But I'm on there a little bit more now. You can jump on there if you want to, and that's really it. And then I'm here on every other Friday. Maybe another stream in the future, but that doesn't look real for sure right now.
Well, you know, we the one of the other big rules of Dinner and a Game, we do what we can, when we can, how we can. We never expect
Mhm.
anything more than what.
Yep.
So, Kel, where can folks find you?
You guys can find me on TikTok and Twitch as the Celtic Wyvern King. TikTok posted a few videos today, obviously to help advertise this.
And then I slept through everything.
Yep.
All that effort and I ruined it.
Twitch, like I said, you can find me here. I stream mainly Destiny, but I'm trying to do some other stuff there. I'm currently working on being an affiliate. We are just 20 followers away and just need an average of 3 viewers. That's all I need left. That's all I got left.
Hey, I watch whenever I can.
I know, you and just both, and I appreciate it. And then on starting later this month, for a short time, I'm gonna be doing something with ADH Adventures on one of their shows. I'm not saying what aspect yet, though.
It's like a permanent thing or just another short-term?
No, as far as I know, it's a short-term thing on one of the shows. It's not going to interfere with this, though.
Oh no, I wasn't worried about that. I was thinking, because I know you did some one-shots with them. So.
I might be doing another one shot with them, but this is outside of that.
Gotcha.
This is related to like one of their regular games.
Oh, okay. Oh, like a guest spot in one of the regular games? Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
was supposed to do that on their Monday night show, but it's really late on that show.
Yep.
And
That's where most of the one-shots were, was on the Monday night.
Yeah. Lissa, where can folks find
Okay,
you?
so I have the complicated one. So you should probably always end with me, by the way, right?
I remember I have M and Sphinx on my other shows, and they take.
That's
that.
true.
Yeah.
Okay, so on Monday nights, you can find me on twitch.tv/nerdworksmedia for Bros and Dragons. That is also a podcast over on Spotify. We are now on season 4, so this is the second season that I have been on. Tuesdays, you can find me over on twitch.tv/deadbardsociety. And I play in Windermere Falls. Both are D&D campaigns. So Mondays I play a changeling soul knife rogue trickster cleric of Zalrin. She's literally the embodiment of chaos, because Zalrin is the god of chaos. Tuesdays I play Sarlai's Melodia, a College of Whispers bard. Wednesdays, coming up here soon, starting this month, I will be on a Masked a New Generation campaign.
Superhero High?
Huh?
Superhero High?
Yep,
Right?
Superhero High.
Yes.
So I'm going to be playing in Superhero High over on twitch.tv/shortbeardthebard. That is a cat messing with my foot. But I'm going to be playing the Doomed archetype. So that's going to be fun. Spoiler alert, there's a very good reason why she is the Doomed. And her name is Mina Berg, and she is codenamed Mistletoe or Mistletoe.
Fine.
Thursdays. I'm not done. I'm sorry, Ray.
That's okay.
Thursdays you can find me on my channel. Tuesdays as well, playing a video game in the evening. However, on Thursdays I am also on YouTube on the Aries Studios channel for a show called Two Geek Girls. Every other Friday, I'm obviously here, but I will also be playing games on the opposite Friday on my channel. Saturdays is the day I kind of take off, but not really, because I'm producing a stream on the Aries Studios YouTube channel called Starfleet Tactical. And Sundays, you can find me on my channel. And then outside of Twitch and YouTube, you can find me anywhere with buttons as Geek Girl Lissa. So yeah, I do a lot of things, as well as being my grandfather's caretaker. This is how I stay sane.
Absolutely.
Wait, you're saying?
And Jonathan knows
Ish.
Jonathan knows that the only way to stay sane is stay off social media. So Jonathan, thank you so much for being here. We always appreciate you contributing. It's always Jonathan is one of the old school daggers. He started up with us back in 2018 when we were just a podcast, and I really appreciate you all coming on and giving the show support and always playing characters that are definitely a lot of catalysts for story. So thank you, Jonathan.
Can I do a real quick thing, real fast? I want to say thank you to all my coworkers who have started watching this. I have several coworkers who are watching this both live and on YouTube for as the VOD when they can. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the support.
Yep. And remember, we do have lots of stuff that we're doing right now to help support the show. For those of you who don't know, we have started actually doing things where we're trying to get some actual paid content on here. We have got 2 different GMs who now work for Dinner and a Game. They produce their own shows. M is doing our Saturday morning show, which is the Breakfast Club, and she is actually like an employee of Dinner and a Game, and she runs that game for us on Saturday morning. And then the amazing Ivy Shadow runs the alternate Friday game to this game, which is Havoc Squad, and that is a D&D 5e campaign based on Suicide Squad. And so, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to the point where this show can sustain and support them, and we're also like we're looking to bring on more content creators, and we're trying to diversify out. I run 3 games right now, and like I am at my limit with work and everything like that, and producing everything else on the show and doing everything else for the show. So like I can't run anything else. I can't run anything else. And so we're going to be looking for some more content creators for here. So we're always going to be reaching out for that, and we want to be able to pay people fairly for creating content for us. So, you know, that's something we're looking at doing in the future. But to do that, we're going to start this month trying to do a subscription drive. We want to get to about 150 active subscribers. If we get to that point, then we can employ like 4 separate GMs. And that way I can cut down the amount of shows I run, and I can just do production, and I can do the background stuff. Dinner and a Game is not about making a profit, it's about producing content, but we do have different ways that we're trying to get to the point where we can pay people to produce that content. And that includes, we have active merch, as we talked about earlier in the show. That merch includes t-shirts, cups, everything. Some of the merch swings through the little scroll in the bottom. We are getting ready to have dice. Everything is really hard to get from China right now. Stupid hard and stupid expensive on shipping, which has derailed our entire thing with dice. I even tried to learn how to make dice, and I can, but I can't make good masters. So I'm going to have to order some masters, and then we're going to do custom dice. We're going to do more bulk order dice, which means you're going to get cheap sets and custom sets from us. There is going to be a lot of that happening in the future. Plus, our merch is going up, and we have a very exciting announcement that we're trying to get up in time for Gen Con, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to, but we're trying to. We are going to be producing our own line of terrain. We have a license with a studio that produces the files for 3D printed D&D terrain. And that Wizard's Tower that you've seen us that we're giving away, that's going to be for sale on our new website called Material Components. And yeah, that's going to be for sale. And you can actually be able to order it in different variations. And there will be stuff you can order on the inside, like furniture, walls, doors, separators, and everything like that. The base tower is going to go for like $90 for the same 4-level tower you saw. And then you can put add-ons on it and everything like that. I'm currently building the website for this, and it's much harder than I thought it was. But we also have to take the photos of everything and everything like that. We're also doing buildings, like timber frame buildings, and all these are designed to be used for fantasy wargaming, but you're also going to be able to use it for playing D&D because they have the grids, 1-inch grids into the floors. And everything's designed to be taken apart, put back together. And the biggest thing we're doing is dungeons and cavern sets. Everything you could ever want. I've got a shit ton of them printed out. I'm going to start putting together layouts and doing little videos of them on TikTok to show you what we can build out. We're going to be putting together sets that you can buy, plus individual pieces you can buy to increase your set volumes. All kinds of stuff like that. We're all doing this. Like I said, this is all going into the show. Content for the show to pay people to produce that content for the show. So we're just trying to find new revenue streams in order to do that. Another one we have is if you like amazing coffee, you can go to Geek Grind Coffee, use our link, and order coffee through them, and we get a teeny bit back from that. But it's also some of the best coffee I've ever drank, and I love it incredibly much. And
I had the Dwarven one the other day. That one was good.
Dwarven Dawn is amazing. It's my favorite right now. Although the new Princess Bride one is fucking good. The new Princess Bride one is good.
Money.
Yeah, I know.
Money.
I know. It's not cheap, folks. I'm not going to lie.
I saw that. I was like, why?
It's expensive, but it is incredible. Oh, look, a bean. So, anyway, if you guys want to support us, you can use any one of those methods. The store is already set up for the merch. The merch is incredible. Please, if you want to rep the show, if you buy shirts, send us a picture with the stuff you buy, and we will put it up on our Facebook page, everything, because we want to see people who will support us. So, we love you guys. We do all this for you guys. We're going to take all the love that we have for you and the love we have for what we do, and we're going to take it and give it to somebody else now.
I was like, Figment Collector's on now.
Yep.
Yay! So the Figment Collector's on now.
Affiliate too.
Yes, they're starting to hit the affiliate too. So we're going to go give the Figment Collective a raid because Oz is probably over there now. And,
they already are.
Yeah. And so we're going to give them a raid. Remember, when you get there, these people are all amazing creators just like us. So please do your best to give them a follow. Tell them Dinner and a Game sent you. Let them know how much you appreciate them creating content for you guys as entertainment. And like I said, the biggest thing you can do for them is give them a follow. And we're going to let you go. Thank you, everyone. At Dinner and a Game, we always save you a seat at the table. Safe, be careful, social distance, wear a mask. We all know surgeries are permanent. We all need to be careful. We want to see you come back every single week, healthy and whole. Participate in our little family venture where we go around and try and see how much times we can make each other cry. So, thank you all very much. Have a very We'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the next episode of this, and then we will see you tomorrow morning for the Breakfast Club, Tuesday evening for Emerald Sanctums, and Wednesday evening for Kingdoms of Mist, and next Friday is going to be Ivy's show, which is going to be her Havoc Squad, and that is going to be incredible. See you guys again. Thank you, and